gonna do the mullet reveal here.
Everybody just heard you say that because I just unmuted you.
Oh, no!
It's the best. It's the best.
What a way to kick off a stream.
And we're still not, they can't see our faces, but they can hear us talking.
It was
Hey,
a reverse reveal.
We're all secretly bald.
Mullet.
Hey guys, welcome to Plus One EXP's Saturday morning stream of Muspelhell with Drew Cochran from Epic of Dreams. We're going to let everybody go around and introduce themselves real quick so that we don't get suited. This music comes with a free music archive, which is a great source for music for your stuff. Drew used it in the video for this, and it is by X-Take R-U-X. X-Take R-U-X, or X-Take Rux. Or something. And so if you're enjoying it, check it out there. We'll link to it if you're watching on YouTube later down in the comments, because that's the rule. You got to do that. Hey, we're a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope at Plus One EXP is that we could help indie creators get their games out into the world, help people find out about them, do some absolutely amazing actual plays, while designing some games of our own and making beard balm, lip balms, lotion bars, all inspired by tabletop culture. Along with that, you can check out all that stuff at plus1exp.com. I'm Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist at Plus One EXP. Get me at Tony Vicinda across pretty much anything, and the brand at Plus One EXP. Let's get to know, as I turn the music down just a touch, but only a touch. The other people here around our table. First time on the stream, we've got Aaron Gilly. Aaron, tell people who you are, where you're from, what you do, and then how they can find you on the internet.
Hey everyone, Aaron Gilly coming live to you from Glen Allen, Virginia, right outside of Richmond. I am an improviser and role player, and when I'm not doing those fun things, I'm an HR consultant, and so that's a lot of fun. So I get to role play and improvise a lot when I'm dealing with hiring and firing people. So that's a lot of fun. You can find me on the Twitter at Hey Gilly Gilly. Hey Gilly Gilly.
What is HR, but really just the most human form of improv. Not
Roll
humane, but human.
Roll for job security.
Yeah, I cast the spell of performance review. It was a critical success.
And then one of my top 26 favorite Alex Murrays in the world. We have our Alex Murray joining us. Alex, tell people who you are, where you're from, where they can find you on the internet.
What's up? I'm R. Alex Murray, Cosmic Traveler and Seeker of Truths. I'm a Brooklyn-based, forget about it, improver, comedian, podcaster, actor, children's musician, jack of many dumb nonsenses. And is that all of it? Yeah, hi. I'm excited to be here. I'm back again at it. Excited to not have fallen out of the top 26 Alex Murray.
That's right.
Yet.
As soon as you're done. As soon as there's another our Alex Murray, and that's the thing. Everybody's just an Alex Murray until somebody from the top 26 spot gets killed or removed through other means, and then somebody else gets to become.
You get a letter.
Alphabet Alex Murray, right?
I'm fighting my way up. Yeah. Eventually, Alex.
At least it's not a Highlander scenario.
It is absolutely a Highlander scenario. It's bad news.
Oh, oof.
I run into Alex Murray's on the streets, and I'm like, draw down, buddy. That's how we go. A newspaper blows across the street. It's great.
Yeah. And then last but not least, the head of the creative team, the mastermind behind Harrowings 3, Muspelhell, Drew Cochran. Drew, tell people who you are, where they can find you. Tell us also a little bit about Muspelhell.
Sure. So my name is Drew Cochran. I love Jesus. I love nerds. I love metal. And I wrote this weird book, The Epic of Dreams RPG. And we're still making it. And that's coming up soon. But today, we are diving deep into the realm of Muspelhell. And what Muspelhell is a cross between 80s hair metal and OG source material for Norse mythology, ran by Old School Essentials. And we're here to get down and dirty, my friends. Yeah. Are you ready?
I mean, probably not. Actually, we're not ready. So usually we do all of our character creation before we hop on stream. But one of the things that I love about this, if you guys know me, and if you don't, that's fine. Hey, welcome to the stream for the first time. Hey, good morning, Gito Eggs. We're glad to have you with us, along with Billy in Search of Games, who's very excited to watch Drew play. If you know anything about me, and you may have got this from the intro, I'm into beard stuff. I make beard balm for a living. I also make tabletop games. Last year on Zine Quest, we kickstarted a game that had it's a beard-based RPG called Beards and Beyond. It's shipping out to people across the world starting on Monday. I'm super stoked about that. But we also just are big fans of beard things in games, period. And so this Dwarven RPG sounded great already, but then Drew did the really smart thing to get my attention, and that's he made it so that you could stat your dwarfs' beards and added a whole bunch of other Dwarven and underground culture elements to the game. So we have our characters half created, and we're going to create the rest of them right now. And so
yeah. So
yeah, take us in, Drew.
all right. So Tony, for this stream, I actually added a second beard stat for the dwarves because I knew I couldn't come on to Buck 1 EXP with just one
beard stat
for beard. So what we're going to do is take the 3 pre-gens that we passed on to each of you last night, and we are going to roll for dwarf. Let me share my screen really quick.
Yep.
Present now button.
Yep. Then it'll ask you which thing you want to show us, and you click on that one, and you'll show us.
All right. Before I do that, I wanted to christen the stream with my mullet reveal. So here we go. Woo! It's a little bit heavy on top, but we're in it, my friends. All right.
There's so much party on top of that.
Yeah, there's party in the back and party in the back. Okay. You see the Dwarven dice. Is that you see it? Okay,
yep.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. So when we roll for dwarf and in some of the solo RPG mechanics and DM resources inside of Muspelhell, we use 2 different dice specifically alongside the regular OSE dice, and that is the teeth, and that's 2d4. So whenever I say roll the teeth, you'll roll 2d4. I love this little combo because it has a nice little probability curve, and it also has a truncated range of stuff. Very fun. And then the other one we use is called the dwarf die, and that's just a d12. Like a dwarf, I feel it is oft underused, very brutal, and just it's pretty legit. Okay,
it's a hardy dice. I mean, like I agree. The D4 and the D12 are the unsung heroes of the polyhedral collection. I'm glad you're using them.
Agreed.
By the
100%.
way, we haven't started a lot about this yet, but we just started a formal partnership with Black Rainbow. Drew, I think you're gonna love these. We just got a whole bunch of their stuff in. This is the dice bag they sent me.
Wow.
They actually sent me that dice bag plus like 6 others in different designs. Grady over there is just absolutely phenomenal. But they make dice. They make dice bags. These are almost all like blacklight responsive. Some of them are glow in the dark. But we're going to be giving a lot of these away over the next little bit. But not today. But I am using the Black Rainbow dice also too. So keep an eye out for that. Next month in March, we're going to start doing that. But we will be talking about them a lot, and that's what I'm going to be rolling.
Awesome. So last night when we gave out our pre-gens, we did this thing where we rolled for your starting level in class. And this is what I did behind the scenes, but we rolled 2d4, which is the teeth, to determine if your starting level is a range between 1 or 3, because who doesn't like unevenness when you're spelunking the hollows, especially when you are, as it were, playing a solo RPG. It provides a lot of depth there. And we're in layout right now. We got some snags with our layout guy, so he's got some life stuff. But after that, we're going to, boom, kill it. And then in addition to this, our adventure is about dwarfs. But what is a dwarf? You guys, what are dwarfs, you guys?
They're people who typically live under the ground, though I would say they could come from other things. They have beards, and they like the rocks.
Boom. So in OG Norse mythology, they have a bunch of different words for what a dwarf is, and these terms that we throw around like elf and dwarf, a lot of times they would even use those words to describe the same sort of mythological creature. And in D&D parlance, we actually sort of compartmentalize them because we're working with these, modern mindsets. So we put everything into boxes, just like you see. I have them in boxes here. But it actually is all referring to the same thing. So we have our dwarf class. We also have our dwerger class. We also have the Svirfneblin class and the drow, which I have reparlanced to Svartalfar. And all of these different classes that we have as races classes in OSE are actually referring to the same mythological creature. So we're all down to party today. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool.
Sweet.
So, all of that to say that one of us has a dwerger, another one has a dwarf, and then a Svartalf as well, which we will discern the names of now. So, my friends, who would like to roll for your name? It's a D100 check.
I got my percentiles right here.
Perfect. Throw them bones.
I got 73.
73. All right. Your name is Frosty.
Nice.
Isn't
You
that
know, that's not what I was ready for, but I'm 100% here for it. Like I was ready for like Durnstag or something like that, but I am 100% here for Frosty.
The funny thing about this list is that we took it directly from source material list of the Dwarven names. So like Snorri Sturluson, the guy who wrote most of the recanting of Norse myth, he goes in about the dwarves, and there are 75 names of all these different dwarves, and some of them you might even recognize.
If you're out there watching right
Owen
now, I
and
hope
Bowen
you
down
came here for a deep dive into Dwarven culture. I don't feel like we misrepresented what this stream was about at all. I just want to make sure if you saw the live button and just like clicked in because you're here for our streams, then like we're playing Muspelhell. Wait, no, I wrote it down. Muspelhell, which is an OSE deep dive into Dwarven and Norse mythology. You can check out the link to the Kickstarter that's live right now down below us.
Yes, and I apologize as well. I am just, No,
you're fine. I love it. Like you're doing great. I just want to make sure anybody who's hopping in just now knows what they're getting into, and we're glad they're all here. And so,
all right,
Drew, I got a 19.
19. All right, your name is Onar.
Onar.
Not bad. Also, Tony. So your name is Frosty. You are the Svartalf drow. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So Frosty the Svartalfar, and then we have Onar, and then were you the dwarf or the?
I was the dwergar.
Okay, Onar the dwergar. It's got a ring to it. And Alex.
Boom. 87.
87. Because this list actually has 75 names, how we wrote it out is if you roll from 76 to 99, you got to re-roll. And if you get 100, you
All
get
right.
a secret. But
your dwarf
Yeah,
name is Beezy.
I rolled a 30.
30.
Right on it.
Name is Vit.
Vit. Hey.
Boom.
Hey, it's Vit.
What's up? I'm Vit.
So I'm going to write these down for my own.
Yep.
You have Alex as Vit, the dwarf.
Vit, the first dwarf to invent sunglasses. Hell yeah.
Aaron
He said-
is Onar the dwergar.
Definitely sounds like an old folk hero.
Yeah, done it. It's like it's super organic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we have Frosty.
Frosty, the Svartvar.
Was the smear first, Dirkman for.
That's sweetest, sir. Don't insult my culture.
All right. So now we're going to truly roll for dwarf. In our dwarf traits here, we have a slew of small little cosmetic things that sometimes offer cool benefits to your character.
Gosh.
So we have a pride, we have beard style, we have beard shape, and that's what I added feverishly last night. So we can
Oh no.
for you, Tony. We have family house, which determines your starting gear as well as some other cool stuff. And then we also have a scar and starting gold. All right. So who wants to go through the ringer first, my friends?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right.
All right.
The hardiest of our crew,
Yes.
or the
All right.
the slipperiest of our crew, or something.
I will say, if I end up getting patchy beard, I'm going to turn off my computer, and y'all have to do the rest of this without me.
I know limp beard looks pretty rough too. Just the sorry bro modifier.
All right.
All right.
Shit.
So, yeah, first we'll roll for pride. And each of these are either funny things that we sort of came up with or are rooted in Germanic and Norse mythos regarding the dwarves. So roll me that dwarf dice, D12.
Okay. For pride, I got an 8.
8. You can eat rocks like really good. And you want to write that down because it's gonna come up. Like,
there's no way you're not gonna eat rocks at some point in time.
yeah.
Like, probably just as we go. Like,
Just picking them up. That'd be so great. I'm always jealous of horses because they just
I
got
swear.
candy all over the ground. They can just
Are
eat it.
imitating life once again. I swear.
Okay. Now for your beard, roll me a beard style check.
A lot of pressure on this one.
3.
3. You have a red and ruddy beard, and then these come with little personality taglines. You think you're always right because you are.
I feel attacked.
you could just feel seen.
Yeah, actually, I don't feel attacked.
My beard is very red, so yeah, I definitely feel that.
Perfect. And yeah, these are all just, we're just joking around here. You know what I'm saying? All right. Beard shape.
No ones, no ones, no ones. It's a 4.
4. You have the flying beard, my friend.
Hell yeah.
You have the red beard, and it goes down like the guitar, and you actually get +1 to initiative for that.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Ugh.
And this is for Onar the Dwergar. So that's pretty legit. Okay, now your family house is sort of like a pseudo class.
4.
4. You are among the latrine diggers, my friend.
A terrible profession to eat rocks in, I tell you.
Yeah. You're really good at it, though. So yeah, you actually get a plethora of cool stuff from these guys. You get a -2 bonus to your death/poison saves. So then on your character sheet, you'll change the number and lower it by 2. So then you have to roll above that number whenever you need to take a save of that type. You also get a 2 in 6 chance to successfully dig, whatever that ends up meaning. You also smell like shit all the time.
And art imitating life.
Yeah.
Maybe why you're so always ready to fight. Like, just,
But
That's
you
a
get-
good point.
You get a club also too.
You
Slash
do.
shovel,
You get a
Ooh.
club there. So there you go.
Awesome.
Which I'll grab the stat for you real quick on that.
Sure. And then we have 2 final ones here, and that's scar and starting gold. So your scar is just kind of like your claim to manhood. You know what I'm saying?
Scar's a 3.
3, mark of shame. Your family committed a heinous act and all know your name as a curse. I wonder if that's why they're latrine diggers now. What do you think happened?
Yeah, I want to say that it was an ironic thing where they were cursed because his family had perhaps gotten drunk and someone had taken like a massive shit somewhere, perhaps like on a royal or nobleman's yard, and in a cruel twist of irony, they were then condemned to be latrine diggers.
That is
This has been like a generational, shitstorm for them, pun intended.
You're like sentenced by the Jarl. That's hilarious.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. So, finally, for your starting gold, I wanted to make a little bit of wiggle room for solo play. And the other thing is, like, when you're playing solo, you see all these rules, and then this will help you build your dwarf squad so that they're all like persnickety and they have character. And then when they die, it hurts your heart. So that's why all of these are here. Also, because it's hella fun. Anyways, roll that dwarf die and let me know how much monies you got.
All right, I got rolled a 6, so 60.
60
But
gold.
Says the latrine diggers don't roll at all.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Sorry, friend.
No, it's all good. I deserve that.
Yeah. Okay. Who is
Wait.
up next? I believe it is Vit.
Yeah, I want to play. Oh man, super nervous. Here we go. Where do we
right.
start?
We're
Pride.
starting with your pride.
My pride is a 9.
9. You have a heart of stone.
Yeah, I
So
fucking
you have
do.
-2 on your paralysis saves.
It's fucking ice cold, bro.
Boom. All right, into Beard.
That's right. Fuck it. I trust you, dice. Let's do this. That's an 8.
8. Gray. You always have a story or proverb to shed light on recent events.
Hell yeah. I'm Tony.
Boom. We're role-playing each other today, my friends. All right, let's go for your shape.
Shape it up, baby. Let's get this a little. That's an 11.
11. You have a shield.
Fuck yeah, dude. My giant mighty gray shield beard.
There you go. You get +1 to your armor.
Metal. That's the most metal thing ever.
Yeah, dude. It's like Metal Mario, but metal beard dwarf.
Like you got a kite shield coming down, and you just like, yeah, it's a good time.
Because I've been conditioning it with +1 beard bombs from
+1exp.com. Go ahead and check out that Constitution aroma. It's going to help with that kind of stuff. You can also look at strength. Constitution is a hearty blend of blood orange, hops, and spice, whereas strength is a sharp blend of pine, cedar, and herbaceous mint. It's very, very good. Both are very good. Yeah. This is +1exp.com.
You need
family house.
Roll me that dwarf die.
A 2.
2. You're a scald. So you have bardic knowledge about myriad topics, and you have a 2 in 6 chance to recall trivia information.
I'm invincible, and I never shut up, and I'm a know-it-all. Well, okay.
You have successfully rolled me. Like that is.
You also get a drum and a dagger. So I mean, yeet.
Wait, okay, I get a drum.
And dagger is 1d4, and I believe a club is also 1d4.
Yeah, I just finally
1d4.
was able to find it. Both are 1d4. Yeah.
Sorry, I have the official OSE.
Oh yeah, so you could have just been saying those things the whole time, and that's fine. I needed to find my book.
Just ask me next time. Be like, Drew, look at the thing, and I'll be like, oh,
look at the thing in front of you, Drew.
Yeah, look down. All right, so okay, so you're a scald, and now we have your scar and your star.
Yes. My scar is a 4.
4. You have a nose ring.
Dude, I didn't feel cool enough, and I went and saw my my favorite dwarf, Claire, and she pierced my nose real quick.
But it did get infected.
She did not do a good job. We were deep underground. Did not clean it. Too busy recalling trivia. Too busy telling everybody all about how I know everything about nose rings. Got to clean it.
Yeah.
And my starting gold, let's see, up 1, 10.
Perfect. You live in the dream. I mean, that's the bard life. Am I right?
Yeah, man. Just
going from
penny here, penny there, whacking my drum.
Yeah, going from dwarf settlement to dwarf settlement, just scraping by.
Hold the hole, bang the drum.
Here we go.
All right. We have Frosty the Sparkle.
5.
You have a 2 in 6 chance to jury rig anything made of wood.
Nice.
That's actually going to come into hella play if anything happens to this cart.
All going to be jury rigged at the end. All right, here we go. No whammies. And all right, I got a 7.
Braided. You're a smug bastard, a smooth talker, and you are distrusted.
Why I don't braid my beard?
Yeah, because that'll happen to you. Beard shape.
Oh, sweet! I rolled above what the cutoff.
I know.
I got a 5.
5. Oh my God, this is gonna be so great. You have a goat tee. Your beard is oddly scruffy but longer in the middle. You also have small horns, weird double pupils, and can eat and climb anything.
Wow.
Jim Brewer dwarf.
Oh, you are rolling hot today.
Go,
Yeah,
boy.
enjoy those rocks.
Cute.
And also, if you guys need me to like copy paste this into the chat so you can do the same, let me know. Or actually, wait. I'll just give y'all.
No. I wrote mine down.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
mine.
Too.
Okay, cool.
Good.
I didn't necessarily write down all my cosmetics, but I'll remember them. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
And again, we're in layout. We're not there yet to where we can show stuff to people. So we're using Google Docs right now. All right, Tony, family house me.
All right. I got 11. I'm a Jarl guard.
Yep, you are a Jarl guard. So you have a pole arm. It's a lucerne hammer, a crossbow, a shield, and chainmail.
Wow.
Damn.
Tony,
My fucking dagger over here.
yeah, share the wealth, my dude. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know that
Handsome and rich.
as a cleric, I don't know that I can is this a blunt pole arm?
Well, you're not a cleric. You're a drow. So
I'm a
you can
drow.
use
Drow
all-
just get cleric spells.
Yeah.
Cool. I got flayed eye
You can only see 30 feet in the dark.
as opposed to the normal 60, right? Is that right?
So how'd you get it, Tony? How'd you get that eye?
Is a flayed eye mean one of my eyes has been flayed?
Yes, that's what it means.
I got bored one time. No, I'm just kidding. I think it did come from I've got those weird double goat eyes, and my parents were like, "Look, the horns are bad enough. The weird double goat eye thing. If we could just get that fixed, maybe people would think our son is normal." And so they tried to get it cosmetically repaired. And it didn't go well. That same individual then was fired from Dwarven medical school and went and got a job at Claire's piercing people's nose. And,
It's all connected.
yeah.
Awesome. Now roll me that Stoughton gold, my friend.
80. I got 80. I mean, I got
80.
2D.
Well paid to guard the Jarls.
Yeah, seems you get paid pretty good. And also you can roll as the Jarl, and it creates a whole different dynamic for your party. Cool. So we rolled for dwarf. Now, Tony, I'm wondering, are we able to play some of the trailer so we can show some of the art to the stream? Is that something we can do?
If you drop me that link, we can probably do it when we come back from break because I'll need a moment to cue it.
So let me go to our Kickstarter page instead, and then I'll show us some of the art here for the next segment. So, so your
you could have just typed in tttrpg.link/Muspelhell KS, and it would have gone right there.
dropping the ball. Also, wow, we've gone up a bit. Thank you, stream.
All due to this stream. Everybody's backing right now.
Boom.
You guys, the link is right down below. This is up right now. Egg Embry had some really great things to say about this also, too. Was very excited about it. I'm super stoked about it. But, yeah, let's check it out.
Awesome. So, the short of it is, deep in the darkest of minds, the oldest bastion of the dwarves was erased. And Onar the Spelunker is talking about it, and he's like, I saw Fenris Wolf, and he ate the whole town. And Surtur. So, usually when those two forces show up anywhere, it means they're trying to incite Ragnarok, as the prophecy is foretold. And if they're inside of the Dwarven place, the dwarves are all like, bro, we need to kick them out so they don't kill us. And then they've created this magical iron door. And it's pretty legit. It's really heavy. And it's enchanted with the Dwarven ancestors' skulls and spirits, troll crosses, runic magics, the whole nine. And essentially, what y'all are going to do is carry this thing on a 8-legged super ass. Ofer Osman, the second cousin of Hapnir. Well, Hapnir it's the mule of the second cousin of Sleipnir, Hapnir, right? And yeah, so this is what we're doing. We're going down, and we're getting it, and we're making it happen. So how those rules work really quick is you have this iron door, and you need to install it. That's the whole quest. You get down there, put it in, sing the song, make it happen. But it has some enchanted abilities. So you can spend a dungeon turn singing ancient ballads about your dwarven ancestors. And as you do so, you can unlock some of the ancient powers in the door. You can either expand its size by up to 6 feet, or you can also reduce its size by that same margin with a minimum of 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide. You could also gild the door with your collected gold and gems to gain experience points. You can also gain ancestral wisdom as a limited commune spell. So yeah, regardless of the door size, it's always the same weight. It's ridiculously heavy. And if you stretch it too much in a 24-hour period, it may get stuck at that size. Very fun. Also, their dungeon turn stuff with the super ass for Osni, and he's going to be carrying it most of the time, but he has to rest because even though he's a super ass, it's still mega heavy to do so. So you can help him bear the load. If 3 dwarves commit to lifting and pushing the iron door for the same dungeon turn, Over Osni can carry it on his own for 1 extra turn without rest. But if that happens, y'all take the rest penalty until y'all rest because it's freaking heavy. You understand me? Understand me?
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
The only other wrench in this plan is that Ofrosny doesn't come alone, but rather his old beastmaster Bimber will not abide his prized ass going down and spelunking without him by his side. And he's basically always cranky. He also has narcolepsy. And it's a great time, you guys. This is what you signed up for. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I mean, if we got to prevent Ragnarok, then we got to prevent Ragnarok. You know.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so I'm going to stop presenting.
And is my polearm normal polearm?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
1d10 brace slow 2-handed.
Suckers.
Also, if we want to really quick, actually I can present again and we can buy equipment with the gold that you have if you want any more.
Yeah, Aaron, what do you want to get with your gold? Alex, what do you want to get with your gold?
I have 0 gold, so I cannot buy anything.
Oh.
Maybe offer them some of the shit rocks that you're covered in.
Hey, I will go away from the store and take my stench with it.
You know how often dwarf babies swallow a coin by accident? I'm just saying, like, there's got to be money in down in the.
I'm just finding it.
It's got to be a D4 of.
We're latrine miners all the way back. My father and his father before him.
Okay, so what do you guys got? Let's see. Let's make sure everybody has.
Open the thing and be a DM for once. Am I right? Okay.
Is there an equipment list?
I have one in front of me. So I mean, none of the basic equipment is super expensive. So if there's something you desperately want, tell me.
Yeah. I mean, we don't start with there's no explorer pack or whatever.
Nope.
Well, let's get rope and crowbars and stuff.
Yeah, I think getting. I mean, I can get everybody armor, and then we can still have some money for stuff. If we want it. I can get everybody leather armar.
Please, sir, a crumb of armor, please.
That's it. So that's gonna add 2 to your AC because we're using ascending rather than descending AC.
How do we know what our AC is?
Your AC is 10 to start because we're using ascending.
Always 10.
And then that basically leaves us $30 across the board, or 30 gold across the board to mess around with, which a crossbow costs 30. That is one of the most expensive basic items you need. You guys all have a weapon. What is it? You guys have a club and a dagger.
I got a dagger.
We could also go in on where's shield? Shields are 10, so we could each get a shield and just be good at taking damage, and crappy at dishing it out for you guys. Or we could also get slings for pretty inexpensively. Those are 2 gold pieces each.
I could a sling works for me. I can dance around and talk crap and whip rocks.
We'll get you guys each a sling. So
that'd be great.
That leaves us 26 left. I mean, you guys could each take if you guys each want to swap them out for a sword, we can get you everybody a sword also too.
I like my club.
Dagger.
That'll get you up that'll get you up to a D6 for damage. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a sword.
Okay. And we're gonna get some. We'll probably actually. So if we get, who was fine with? Were you fine with your club? You said, Aaron.
Yeah, my club, and I will take a sling though. If you know
Yeah.
the
And then I
damages
think
for
we
that.
just drop the rest into food. You know, to not because one of us has to eat things that are not are
Yeah,
not
I do have to
living
eat
in
food.
rocks.
We can't all eat rocks, okay?
Me and the super ass are gonna need some, I don't know, oats or whatever.
Yeah, so I am gonna buy some extra bolts, and then we'll put the rest into food and water.
What does the sling do for me?
A D4 of distant damage.
And you
Oh, I've got 10 gold. Like
I was
can-
including your 10 gold in their total party
Okay,
budget. So I figured since I was throwing my 80 in that you were gonna you were gonna
I'm
be okay.
to contribute.
Yeah. By the way, anybody who hasn't ever played OSC, like the equipment list is actually pretty, like there's not a lot. I mean, you can always like my character usually has weird stuff that they carry with them, which I'll probably say that I do. Like I usually have like a vial of dirt from our home and just dumb stuff. A lock of hair from my loved one. I love all that kind of stuff. I love putting it in my pockets. I love seeing what I can do with it later.
Can someone spot me 5? Because I want to buy the garlic for 5 gold. Just something to flavor the rocks that I eat. It's just a family tradition. It's a cultural thing. So someone could throw in 5 for the garlic, which is on the equipment list.
Salt kind of technically a rock, kind of.
Salt is kind of technically a rock. Sure, we can get the garlic, but then we also don't have the money for rations.
You know what? I will forego the garlic this one time.
Okay. Like
We gotta
you
find
can
you
either have the
garlic.
garlic on your rocks or Alex can eat. That's the question.
I'll be fine.
Garlic, you mean like to ward off vampires? Yeah, for that.
Oh yeah, dude. I hate vampires. Let's totally
Yeah, two vampires.
Yeah.
get some garlic, man.
Yeah, I'll bypass the garlic this time.
So Jeremy does say that he loves you, Drew.
I love you, Jeremy.
He also says it's not fair that I just assumed Alex was gonna toss in his 10 gold.
Yeah.
I mean, he can have it back and then not have the armor I bought him. I guess.
Nah, I'm
That's
good.
the-
I do have armor on my face,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm sturdy now.
Oh,
Cool. I think we're as equipped as we possibly can be.
perfect.
And we have a cart this thing is on. We've got a mule up in front.
Yep.
We didn't save any money for hirelings, nor did we really have any money for hirelings, but we've got Bimber with us.
You also have another dwarf whose name is Feely, and should anybody perish amongst this journey, they may command said Feely.
Just backup homuncula dwarf.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll figure out what he is when one of us dies and takes his spot.
Well,
Until then, he's just quietly sitting there.
It turns out he was the Jarl the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he has a gray beard. He's a miner, and he can shapeshift into an otter. And he has a burnt scalp
Nice.
because he got too close to the forge one time.
Is
and-
this like a underground special like classification of otter or just like the normal adorable type of otter?
regular? Yeah, just an otter.
Okay. That's okay. They're the most like one of the most adorable creatures in the world, so I'm all right with that.
I would agree. But there's a lot of Germanic tales where dwarves can transform into otters. So
There we go.
here you go.
That's cool. I love it.
All right.
You guys
So-
didn't know that this was educational Saturday morning programming when you logged in.
Those are the best kind of Saturday morning cartoons. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Yeah, learn something.
Let's watch some Arthur / Muspelhell.
Arthur, why are we in Norse mythological hell? I don't know, Sam. Is that the rabbit's name? Anyways,
Yeah.
you begin with a fork in your underground path. Laying before you is this rotted wooden sign, strewn, broken apart on the ground. One points to the House of Lions, and the other to the Tomb of Eternal remembrance. This is your first step down into the depths of Muspelhell. Towards which path do you go?
All right,
With
guys.
you,
What do you?
sorry. With you is Feely the dwarf. We have Frosty the Svartalf. We have
You gotta
Vit
say it.
the
You gotta
dwarf.
say it right. Frosty the Svartalf.
We also have Onar the Dwerger and Bimber the Beastmaster.
All right, guys. What are you thinking? Do we wanna go see some lions or go walk with the dead?
I mean, I don't super duper like to dwell in the past, man. I feel like I could fight a big cat though.
Yeah, I think the cats would probably run away from me, so I'm not too scared of them. Let's go that route.
I do like the kittens. Bimber sort of
Oh yeah.
mutters to himself. Yeah, so you go through this tunnel and you see some lichen. There's some
I'm liking it.
mushrooms, a lot of rocks for those who
Ooh,
partake.
I grab one and eat it.
Perfect. You
Make a
feel
death-
very full
Make a death save.
for the time being. But yes, you go to the House of Lions, and
Oh,
what you
yeah.
see before you is it's a bit of this large hall, and inside of it is a bunch of cages and pits, and inside of the floor you see all of these cages and these fences with these pungent smells of waste, spoiled meat, and piss floods your senses. Ofer Osni just goes like,
Man, I
Why are we at Vit's house?
right?
Hey. No way, dude. This is not cool. I thought we ran PT Burnhamgar out of here, man. This is not cool. Can't be
Yeah.
exploiting these beautiful creatures.
I
Yeah.
can't smell a difference from my usual surroundings in this.
Amidst this array, you smell and you hear different animal noises, beasts sort of yawning and howling and grunting. Amidst this sort of low rumbled cacophony, you hear this gruff voice speak out. Bimber, why are you about these parts? I thought I told you never to come back around here again. We're done. And then
Bember, what didn't you tell us?
Bimber.
he,
Come
You're not
on.
even like technically like in the party. You're just here for the super ass. What's your problem, bro?
he looks around at each of you. He's like, shut up. I got this. And he says,
Okay.
Harfney, you know nothing. I told you, you got to keep rotating these suckers. And if you don't, they'll get ornery. But that's not why I'm here. We're trying to stop Ragnarok. And then he sort of passes out and falls asleep on Ofer Osni.
Wow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so I mean, unless you want Ragnarok, you should let us go through.
We got a big door.
He walks up to you, and you find that there's this clanking as he comes forth. One of his legs is made of metal, and he kind of just gives Bimber the evil eye. But he looks to each of you and he says, "Is it true?"
Yeah.
Yeah, really true.
I mean, we really got a massively heavy door that we need to really get to the
Let me look
location.
at this.
Yeah, no, and man, we made this fake giant magical door so we could look at your saddled lions. Also, let all these lions go. This is not cool. I'm gonna
Listen.
call
I have a reason.
dwarf PETA on you.
These animals are here. If the barrier's ever broken, hold on, let me just take a look at this. And he sort of just drags his leg over, stomp, and he gives it a good look. He makes this really rugged square with his fingers, and then he pats it, the door, right? And he kicks it with his metal leg. You hear,
Hey, stop.
well, I guess something real's going on. But and then he looks to each of you, sizing each of you up. I don't think y'all are cut for this job.
Who asked you?
Well,
I mean, are you gonna do it?
I can't do it. I gotta tend to these lions.
Right.
But do you really think you're tough enough? Do you know what's down there? I get miners coming through here all the time.
And
You know what I say?
I'm going to attack him.
what?
You're gonna attack him? All right.
Yeah, man. If he doesn't think I'm tough enough.
Wait, hold on. Hey, just for everybody watching out there, and Alex, you can pay attention to this if you want. We're playing Old School Essentials. If you're not familiar with old school play, it tends to be highly lethal, and there's no reason to seek out combat unless it's necessary. It's much better to play smart, even if you're playing aggressively, because if you attack things, you will die, and then you will become feely. And so,
I mean,
just for anyone out there watching, Alex, go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do.
no, that's fair. I like I mean, he's talking mad crap.
You saying you want to punch him? I'm totally on board with that. You saying you want to attack him? That's a bit.
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna stab him. I think
Okay.
I kind of want to like, I don't know.
Grab him by the collar and
You
lift
wanna-
him up.
you
and
wanna-
say,
you wanna-
listen here.
You want to commune as the dwarves do to show him how tough
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, you know what? Can I just headbutt him? Can I just like?
Yeah,
He's like, you guys don't look like you're tough enough. I just want to
Right?
stand up in front of him with my giant, super strong face, and just
Because you have the shield beard, right? So
yeah.
Give me just roll me a d20, see if it hits or not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do I get a plus anything to headbutt?
What's your strength modifier?
My strong.
I'm sorry.
is-
I'm not the dungeon master. I don't know what I'm
What
saying.
is your strength though? What is written down? Actually, let me just pull up the stupid sheet.
It's a 10.
Is it 10? Yeah. So it's just a straight roll.
Okay.
With OSD, the modifiers are different. 13 through 15. 13 through 15 is +1, and then 15 above 15 is +2. Okay, yeah. So
I rolled a 3.
3. So yeah, you go to hit him, and he kind of sidesteps you a bit, and the look on his face isn't actually irritable, but it's actually sort of comical. He's like, "Listen, bud, all that I'm saying is, if y'all think you can get all the way down past the troll-infested mines and make it all the way to Fjoltring, maybe you can help me catch this lion that I got on the loose."
Oh,
See
I
if
mean,
you're
yeah.
tough enough for that.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Ragnarok's approaching. Sure, we should just stop and help you catch a lion.
We'll get your pet or whatever, though, for sure.
Listen, Frosted Tips, you don't know how long these tunnels go.
Right.
You time. You don't think you got time, but I'm telling you.
I mean, the length of these tunnels is exactly the concern that I have. So so we help you out. What's in it for us?
Listen, it's gonna take a lot to get down there and survive. I got some potes, I got some poultices, I got some herbs. Maybe when a worm eats your arm, you can put some basil on it, make it feel nice. That's all I'm saying.
I turn to the rest of the party. Basil is a warm herb. It's not a bad idea.
I'm coming around to this idea of these herbs.
You're just looking for that garlic.
Yes. Any other aromatics you might have? Maybe some shallots.
Well, I mean, we got some tubers at least. We got a lot. Listen, I got a lot of downtime, right? I got to shovel lion shit. I got to make sure that they don't piss on each other. I got to make it work, right? I can't go around eating rocks all day.
I am a professional latrine digger. Perhaps on the way back out, you and I could convene about some work, and that could be kind of like a promise for you helping us, as if I promised to use my latrine digging skills for your advantage.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna come back out of this alive if it really is, Fenris Wolf and Surtur. But if it happens, I mean, I'd be down. Let me know, buddy.
Yeah.
Just
Cool.
go get the lion. I'll give you
Where,
everything I got.
where's the lion at?
He points and he looks at the tunnel leading out of your place. He's like, he went that way, but I mean, you know how lions are. Do you know how lions are?
I don't. I have no idea
No
how
way.
lions are.
Ooh, I got a 1 in
Vit
6
does know how
chance
lions are.
to I mean, yeah, dude, I did some time as a lion tamer back in the day when I was traveling around with the circus for a little bit. This is why I'm not cool with what you're doing. It's not at all okay to keep these beautiful, majestic creatures behind bars. But I mean, I do know how lions be. Do I need to roll for that?
You do know trivial information off the bat. OSC
Sweet.
is roll only when you kind of need to. So
Cool.
you can back that up. Be like, yeah, I know my shit, buddy.
Yeah, man. I've been around.
He turns back to you with this sort of stink eye and he goes, son, if you were manning this operation all by yourself, you'd have to cut corners too. All right, just get me my lion, make it out of dried powder junction alive, and then maybe we'll talk. All right,
Dad, whenever you have
I mean-
to say to sleep at night, let's go catch a lion.
What do you usually feed these things?
Whatever comes through.
All
And he
right.
doesn't elaborate.
Pardon?
Okay. Let's see. Can we maybe like hunt? If we're looking around, are there maybe critters, like smaller critters that are like sort of feeding off of?
There's definitely critters.
Lion
in
dung.
all places. There's a bunch of different rats. There's snakes. There's worms. There's insects. There's a whole ecology running about in the underground.
I want to. Oh shit! I was just saying. I want to try to like get one of the rats and spear it on my my polearm, and I rolled and rolled a 20.
All right, yeah. You got it, dude.
the most
got a big
worthless
stinky rat.
kill we're going to have this entire time.
Perfect.
You got the rat, my dude. Good job.
I'm assuming this is a good sized underground rat. How much XP do I get? No, I'm just kidding. I want to kind of skewer it through so it's on like right behind the haft, like the head of my polearm.
Yeah, no, you got it. You rolled a 20, so you tell me what happens.
Yeah, so I find this big, juicy, plump under rat, and I skewer it through, and I'm just gonna keep it kind of on the front end of my my polearm. In that way, it's like at least 6 feet away from me, or 6-ish feet away from me. I guess it's a dwarven polearm, so probably more like 4 feet away from me, and so.
Nice. I love the visual of him being like, I feed him whatever, and you just sighing and being like, poke.
Yeah, and so all right, well we'll see what we can do, and so I guess I'll take the lead since I've got some bait and we know that there's a something coming up.
Where do we have any rope?
You have a bunch of chains that are bound to the iron door that covers the wagon all over. It goes in and around the different troll crosses. So the troll cross is this. It's like a big loop-de-loop. And it's a magical symbol, and that is the handle on either side of the door. So you can try and pick it up, even though it is ridiculously heavy. If you get squashed by it, it'll freaking destroy you. Just letting you know.
Don't sleep under it.
I'm thinking more like a lion net, maybe. Hey, my man, what's this dude's name again? Hey, buddy.
Arfney.
Hey, Arfney, my man, do you have about you like a large sort of jungle cat-sized netting device?
Well, I mean, what do you think? I've been doing this for 2 weeks.
No,
Well-
I think you've been doing it for a long time. So, like,
So yeah, I got it. But like, again, I don't think y'all are gonna make it.
I mean,
To
could
the
we
mine.
maybe have a chance to prove ourselves, though? Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, why all the fatalism, my friend?
I
Well,
mean, it's no skin off of your nose.
I don't know if you know this, but I have one leg. You know how I lost that leg?
no.
The lions?
No,
The net?
the rats.
Well,
You know what
I mean,
I
we're
lost?
very good with rats. Right.
The only D&D party ever that is good with rats. Just killing on rats.
You know what else I lost with this leg?
Your livelihood.
My mama.
Oh, bro.
Come again?
My mama.
The rats
Go
got
get
you.
me my lion. And watch out. Dry Powder Junction ain't no place for no lily-livered little dwarves.
Oh my god. So no net then?
I got your net. Get over here. And then he starts trudging back into his little sub cave.
Stump, chink, stump, chink, stump, chink.
That's what it sounds like. And he brings out this rope net, right? And it's got some moss on it. It's really old, and you can just tell by the amount of just general rundownness that this place is. This net has not been used in years.
Okay. Is
So-
the rope maybe technically made out of some sort of plant fiber that counts as wood that Tony can?
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows? It'll work. It's heavy, okay? It's not
Okay.
like lingerie or anything, but
Ooh.
it's just old and it's wet. I don't know why it's wet. It smells kind of musty, but so does everything else down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Catching lion with your moist net.
Ooh.
You take what you get around these parts.
I have already just resigned myself, friend.
Hey, let's get out of here. This guy's bumming me out. Can we
Yeah,
just
dude.
go ahead and get?
Serious bummer.
All right. So, he points in the direction where the lion went. He tells you Dry Powder Junction's over that way. There's a bunch of different tunnels. And yeah, that's what he tells you. So you're going through this tunnel, and now we are going to use the first. Where is this thing?
Bum-ba-da-da.
We're doing our first tunnel check, you guys. Doing our first tunnel check. This is. I'm going to share this really quick. Y'all mind if I present this for the zine?
Be my guest.
You wanna come be on screen
All
for a
right.
second?
Let me
You want the
find
Black
it.
Rainbow shirt? Cool.
So again, we're in layout, but we're running the
By the way,
snacks right
this
now. So
Black Rainbow also sent me this shirt. Not this child. He was already here. But this shirt came from Black Rainbow also too.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
It was clean when it got here.
I'm here for it. So, anyways, yeah, with tunnels in our maps, they're going to be the rooms, and they're going to be in 5x5 squares, and then all of the tunnels that connect them are going to have an icon, which is a tunnel danger icon. And depending on the tunnel, you might roll this once, you might roll this no. Here we are. Okay, so
treasure.
yeah, in these tunnels.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know that anybody on stream could hear what you guys were just hearing. You guys stopped both times, and I was like, why are they stopping? Did we lose audio? I have a soundboard. The soundboard does output, but I don't think it's set to go to the feed. If you guys heard it on the feed, I would love to hear that also. If you guys out there streaming heard it, but everybody else who's listening would have, because that's it's tied to my mic input.
Yeah, we heard, some fairy flourishes there, and I was like, anyways, yeah. So
I think I've got something more ominous in here that you guys can listen to.
There we
Ooh.
go. This is what we want. You roll this, and then you can either get a ravine, a hazard, what have you. So I'm going to roll this now, and then we will encounter our first tunnel. Okay.
It was audible through the stream also too. That's excellent.
Nice.
That's good to know. I just can't hear it.
All right. So yeah, you make it through the tunnel. It bends. It goes down a bit. So you actually need to hold onto the door as O'Frosty goes down the slope. And let me roll for Bimber here.
Oh no.
What a bimber.
He is still sleeping, so that is good to know. He's just snoring away, and it drones down throughout the tunnel. But as you make it through, the slope levels out. I'm not presenting anymore. Cool. Okay. And you come to Dry Powder Junction. And what you see is a 3-story junction of all these different old mining tunnels. And in the center is a little hoist with a chain and a sort of a basket. It's a big ass basket. And there are small rooms off of each story above the ground floor here. There's a bunch of debris, and you see littering the floor that there are old explosives just kind of littered around here, as well as the smell of gunpowder. It's kind of in a honeycomb shape, so it's like 3 stories, and then there's 6 different exits on each side. What do you do, my friends?
Is the powder's all useless at this point? Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man.
I mean, hopefully not. I would love to
I'm just thinking back to the 3 or 4 months I've worked in those mines, in those powder mines, and like my experience blasting.
Tell us about that.
A natural face show. Oh, this one time we thought we'd put down a 3-second fuse. We'd put down an instant fuse. Almost blew my eyebrows clean off my face. It's bad news.
Righteous.
Anyway, careful about them fuses. Yeah, I guess I know there's no like check, is there? I want to see if we can like.
So a lot of times in old school stuff, you just kind of say like small little things you want to do. So like, I want to walk over and check out the basket. Like that's what I want to do. Like I want to walk over and check out the basket.
Yeah. Okay. You walk over. You check out the basket. You find that there is a skeleton of a dwarf in there, and it's still got the skin on it. He had a rugged salt and pepper beard, and he looks like a mummy. And in his hand, he's holding a pickaxe, and in his other hand, he's holding a stick of dynamite. And you hear a little rattling inside of the bottom of this cart. What do you do?
For the rattling, like, does it sound like metal on metal? Does it sound like organic? Does it sound like, what does it sound like?
Sounds like a rattlesnake.
That was what I was. So, and is this a metal elevator?
So it's a chain, and it's got this stone sort of cart thing, and it's almost like a mining cart, they would put on the rails. And it has a little door that comes out. You wonder if this would fit the iron door in as it stands now. It's also, I don't know.
I think
also shrink the door.
What are the sides made out of? The sides are made out of stone, you said?
Yeah, it's stone, and then it's got this like metal contraption with the arms go up, and it's a big metal chain. There's a pulley.
But it's kind of open around the top on the sides, like we could walk around the outside of it.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it is. Yeah, there's old sort of overhangs that look like planks, like like a port, and then you sort of step off, and then you go and walk. Cool. Yeah.
So what I want to do is I just want to bang the inside around the edge near the body,
sure.
to see if I can draw out whatever's rattling.
Sure. Yeah. You do it. You see the snake come out, and then very quickly it jumps at you. Make a dexterity for me, and get above an 11.
Make a dexterity. This is me making a dexterity. Where'd I put that dice? Where'd I put my dice? My entire. I've got so many dice here. It doesn't really matter, but I don't know where my dice tray went. Oh, there it is. I put a book on top of it.
You put a book on top of the snake? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I put a book on top of my dice tray. I rolled a 19.
19. Well, then you did it. The snake jumps out, and it does this little like woo, and then it skitters away because it's threatened by you. As you sort of react and jump out, you look back and you see more details about the 3 tunnels that are at the bottom of this. So this is like eye level. There's the one tunnel you came from, and then there's 3 other ones that sort of have all this rubble of wood and different planks of, construction material around them. But these are, hold on, let me find the thing. Yeah. One of them seems to be furbished with a lot more gear than the others, as if they were moving more matter through that mine. And you see that there's actually a little railway at that one. And then the second tunnel, you see that there are these remains and footprints that seem to be fresh, and you actually hear some sounds coming out of it that seem organic, but they're it's like an echo from way down wherever the hell, perhaps Muspelhell. But then the third tunnel, it's just dark.
Well, first thing I want to get in and relieve my good friend here of his pickaxe and his sticko dynamite.
Yeah, you got it.
Does the dynamite seem to be in good repair? Like, is it wet? Is it dry? Okay, so it's not leaking out nitroglycerin yet. I'm not have to worry.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo trail coming from your back pocket.
That's right. I'll gently stow the dynamite, and then I'll see if anybody wants the pickaxe, and if they don't, I'm just going to toss it in the
cart.
In the cart.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's reasonable. Can we look for lion tracks?
That's
what I'd like to do. I'd like to look for lion sign.
So yeah, you look around, and from this same sort of area where you're hearing these faint echoes from that one tunnel, you do see some feline prints in the black powder amidst the floor.
Lion went this way, dudes.
Hmm.
Which way did he go? Which trail?
The second one, so it's actually the one that's directly across from where you entered.
Is that the one with the organic noises and prints that we saw? Yes. And you said we see the prints in black powder?
Yeah, it's that was more cosmetic than anything. Like, it's just like a dusting, But there is a lot of explosives in this area. There's actually like some barrels of these explosives, and you see that on the barrels there are these runes carved into them. And there's like at least 2 or 3 that is right next to each of these tunnels, just so you know.
Ooh, should we our carpenter buddy make some grenades, or are we good with just the one stick of dynamite? Do we want to wander around with a keg of gunpowder?
What do the runes on the outside communicate?
Do they
are
say
they Dwarven for TNT?
You all can read. Well, I guess I can share that information. So yeah, I would say, it says, one of them says small, the other one says big, the other one says large, the other one says do not touch. So 3 of them that say small, 1 that says large, 1 that says big, and then another that says do not touch. So
they're all the same size?
Yes. Yep.
So we're maybe describing size of boom.
Who knows?
I feel like
or level of danger.
Sure. Or level of safety. I don't know. Largely safe.
Ironic miners.
Bigly safe.
Bigly.
Do not
the number one thing you want when you're in the middle of working with explosives is having to second guess.
Yeah. Remember the code. As opposed to just like a big Ghostbuster X.
I'm 100% about taking the small and medium one.
Right? Yeah. Let's. We can't just leave this here.
You also look back and you see that while Bimber is asleep, Ofrosny, he's just sweating. He's just sweating it out right now.
Do we want to let them rest here while we go down this tunnel and check out this lion?
Sounds good.
That makes sense.
I assume that you are going down this tunnel and you are very much taking your time and you're being very careful as you are spelunking through a dungeon that you know has a lot of how you say explosives in it.
Yeah, and I guess I will be in front.
I also have this ability to detect construction tricks. I don't know if that's like a booby trap thing as well.
It can
Yeah,
be sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely detect.
So things you could do with that, Alex, you could have like been like, hey, how old, like, can I tell which of these tunnels is the oldest? And that information would have been easily available to you.
That makes sense.
Do that if you want to, or which one has been used the most freshly.
I mean, I guess since we know which one we're heading down, I think I'd like to just sort of be on alert for like changes or like, you know, I'm like watching for, I'm like, just want to check it to see if it looks like it's stable.
Totally.
Stonework mechanisms should be obvious to you. Other things like that, like you'll notice them.
Any secret doors or whatever. Nice.
All right, so you go through the tunnel and you find that there's a lot of planks and rubble that are guarding this entrance, as well as more black powder that's on the floor.
Is that cosmetic black powder or actual black powder?
A little bit of both, I'd say. It's more than before. It is a bit, what I would say, damp here, but it definitely looks like there was an explosive that went off here recently. And some of the barrels of stuff, there's one that says small, another one that says medium, are surrounding it. They have like holes in it from the shrapnel, and some of it has leaked as well. So thou shouldst be careful if
Then we shalt be as we proceed.
Yes.
Cool. So
I light a cigarette.
Perfect. Let me roll for tunnel here. Okay. So everything's pretty clear as you go through, and these noises start to become louder and louder, except you find that it's mostly just the sound of footsteps, much like your own, even though you're trying your darndest to muffle them. You go through. I assume you left Feely with Bimber?
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you go through, and it opens up into not really a forked path, but you see that there's one path that goes up and another one that goes down, and there's more sound going from the one that goes down, but you do hear some form of running water, and there is dripping from the path that goes up. What do you do?
Any lion sign to speak of?
The tracks go down. Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll come. We can come back for the to refresh our canteens shortly, and I'm sure whatever's up there will follow behind and kill us, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yes, you do.
You know.
Oh yeah.
All that Vic is thinking about is netting this lion and then going back to that jerk and throwing it down at his feet and being like, "What now?"
What now?
Did we clarify the state this lion needed to be in when we?
He said he wanted it back. I assume he doesn't want it skinned and presented him to him like a coat. Also, I've established Vic as somewhat of an animal lover at this point.
I guess that's true.
We do have a dead rat. We're just jangling around.
So, you only love non-bait related creatures. Same. I think I'll be kind of leading the way.
Sure.
Who wants to follow behind me?
I'll follow behind.
I'll take up the rear, sling loaded.
Frosty, Onar, and Vit in that order. Go down this tunnel.
Probably not the order we should be in, but I do have the rat on the sphere, so I think it makes the most sense.
Boom.
What are like? Do we? I mean, our AC's I've got 13. I don't know which one of us is the like toughest.
I think you probably have the most HP. I certainly do not. What's your HP?
My HP is I'm 13.
Yeah, I'm half of that.
Okay.
So, I think we all have about the same AC though.
Okay.
All right. I want we're going to enter into combat now. So what I would like from one of you is to roll a d6 for me.
Aaron, hit it.
Yeah, you got it. D6. So 1.
A 1. Suddenly,
That was not good. Just FYI.
you are surprised by this mountain lion looking thing that comes out and pounces at your partay. Immediately, Frosty, the Svartalf.
What about my bait that I have out in front of me? Is he going for the bait?
It sees the bait. Actually, you know what we'll do for that? Hold on. What are your cool abilities from the rolling for dwarf again?
I'm a smooth talker. I'm untrustworthy. I am good.
Oh,
with,
you're the
I know how to use wood real good.
Nice.
And
The Lincoln
yeah,
logging is
mine were
dwarf.
social and wood related for the most part.
and you're also a goat, so you can climb and eat things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this would be a charisma. So roll me a 14 or more charisma.
And does I'm assuming since I'm not talking, I don't know if smooth talking helps in this situation or not.
Oh, we'll say 13. You're just trying to.
I'm switching this back in a very excited
Hey,
way.
bud.
Let me look at my character sheet real quick to see what my bonuses are, if any. Nope, I only get bonuses to int, I think. So yeah, I rolled a 16, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Cool. All right. So before you know it, this mountain lion thing starts pawing down at this rat, and it looks down, and then it looks you right in the eye, Frosty. And it is this not necessarily actually rabid, but that's just the term, the adjective. this raw aggression in its pupil, just directed at your person, and you see that its pelt, which would once have been a brilliant brown, is now muddied and darkened through the grime of living in muck,
Poor
in
buddy.
dirt. It is an animal, as it were. Now I believe it is Vit to roll me a 1d6 for initiative, because you get +1. No, wait, that's Aaron. So Onar, you have the flying veered, right? So you get +1 for initiative. Roll me a d6 for side initiative. We're going by the rules, you guys.
All right, 3. So 3 + 1.
3. Okay. So 4.
Yep.
Okay. So it rolled a 5. So it's going to make an attempt to yank the rat off of thine polearm. Let's see. Is there a grapple? Dun, 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 dun.
I think it'd just be strength.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So, So it tries to rip it off of your polearm. Do you want that to happen?
It's 100% why I put it on there, was to give basically everything that's happening right now is 100% what my plan was for this rat. So yeah.
So you let it happen then?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it tries to get away. So it begins to move. But at this juncture, it is now y'all's turn. What do y'all do?
Throw the net.
Throw the net.
Throw the net.
Right. That's a missile attack. What is your dexterity, my friend?
My dexterity is 12.
12.
That's a
All right.
17.
Pretty
So this
good.
would be a
Oh,
straight-
you're 17?
Yeah.
You should. I mean, I would have known that, right? We would have given you the shit slinger the net.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Give it to-
just to clarify, and I don't care. We're gonna go more cinematic on combat than we are
Oh.
normal order. That's fine. Anybody out there watching, OSC has a really cool classic initiative system and combat management system. We're gonna ignore that in favor of cinematic for an actual play. Don't add us later. So, great.
We are
No,
sticking to the rules somewhat, but I'm doing side initiative. So it took its action.
that's
So
fine.
now it's
No, I'm 100% on board. I just don't want people to be like, wait a minute. And so,
That's not how that works. All right. Yeah. So give him thy net, my friend.
right. I take the net. I toss it. I rolled an 18 with my modifier. It's a dirty 20.
Get it, my boy. All right. So yeah, the net falls upon the beast, and you hear it erupt in a growl. It growls about and starts thrashing. Now, yeah, we're at the top of the round again. It is currently grappled and trapped in the net. What do you do?
Pull on the net.
We got a way to tie this thing up.
Well, I mean, the nets typically you just want to gather the edges to secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that'll be. I'm gonna say that this is a freaking lion, you guys. So we're gonna have to wrestle it just a smidge. So yeah, I'm gonna say that each of you, I need you to give me a dexterity of 13 or higher, and let me know what happens.
If I've got
13.
12, that's going to be a +1, probably.
What is your dex?
12.
Okay, that's a +0.
Cool. I got a 15.
Perfect.
Gotcha. I got an 11. So sorry, a 9 plus 2 at 11.
Okay, so what happens is that the lion is able to thrash around, and 2 of the 3 dwarves are able to pin the net down in place to capture it. But in doing so, our boy here gets clawed up a bunch. So you're gonna take 5 damage.
Oh no!
Ugh.
Oh,
Ow, son of a bitch.
Okay, we'll put some basil on it when we get back.
but you're able to get the cat in the bag, as it were.
Think about all them garlic rocks you're gonna be eating later.
This cat, and do it safely, right? You really need to clamp down and choke up on the net, so it's basically immobilized. So you're gonna need at least 2 dwarves holding it and dragging it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do we do this, my friend?
Should we try to, you guys, should we try to knock it out? Like, is that can we, I mean, I know my headbutt earlier did not work out super good.
I mean, we could try to. That seems like, I mean, like I said, that's earlier why I asked, do we want how we wanted to get this back?
I feel like unconscious is probably okay.
Right, but I feel
Let me
like
hit it with my shovel.
Sleepy kitty's all right. Yeah, whack it with that shovel.
All right, I'm gonna whack it with a shovel.
I mean,
Sure.
you probably got some aggression you want to work out on it right now.
so we tend to and we didn't hit lines and bells as hard as I should have. We have a lot of people on our team who prefer to not see a lot of violence towards animals.
Sure.
So let's do a roll to see if we get it knocked out or not.
That's what I'm gonna do. So just roll me a d20 there, Aaron.
I was more stating for the players. I don't want to get into repeatedly whacking this cat in
Just
the head.
wailing on this cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's like,
Space.
Yeah.
my problem
roll it.
where like this cat is also, it's like a big giant. This is a Tom and Jerry moment for me, and not like a, you know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. I rolled an 8 on the die, my +1 modifier, so 9.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Basically, as long as you didn't roll a 1, then Kitty would be fine. So you're able to knock it out because it's immobilized. You got a shovel. You literally, this shovel may as well be glued to your fingers. That's how often you use it. It is one with you. It is your samurai blade, and you're able to knock out the kitty cat, and then you start dragging it back.
Can I just say that I would also like to take a moment after we knock it out to like make sure it's okay. Like I want to like get it situated. Like we're not dragging it horribly up the trail. I want to get it situated. I want to like, you know, see if I can like clean some gunk out of its ears. Like, you know, take a moment to get the kitty as comfortable as it can be in the net and then bring it back to its oppressor.
Absolutely, yeah. You're able to do this as this happens. So the other thing about OSE is like it doesn't, or at least from what I understand, it doesn't have like a perception roll mechanic.
No, you kind of see what you see. It's our job to kind of say like, I want to go look at this, and then continue to describe the manipulation of things.
Yes.
So you give us what we get. 2 and like 1, 2, 3, and 6 chances are oftentimes how things work. So we have there's a hearing function that was notated on each of our sheets. So if it's something that would be audible, it may come up. If it's a visual, it's just kind of like do we see it or not, right?
Yeah. So Tony, give me one of those D6s. Actually, all of you do that.
Can I look real quick at like where it came from? Did it jump out of a hole? Did it have like a hiding place or a like a?
So the
didn't
tunnel
have
goes down a
end?
way. Actually, you weren't able to see the end of the tunnel, but you do hear further noises coming from that tunnel. It kind of sounds like a like that.
Oh, there's a hurt person down there.
So what's the chance for us?
It should be listed on your sheets. I wrote it out based on the class and level, but it's just the class. So it should be 1 or 2 and 6.
Cool. I mean, for listen at door, which is the closest we've got right now, I've got 2 and 6. We're not listening at door per se, but yeah, I've got I which I would have got. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2 for 2 and 6 as well.
Well,
I also rolled a 2. Yeah.
So you hear this faint chittering and all of these little feet going, and roll me another d6 for initiative. Surprise! No, you're not surprised. This is for initiative.
Yeah. All right. Oh, go ahead, Aaron.
I rolled a 5 on the die, so +1 at 6.
Yeah, baby.
I'm sorry, 7. It's 7.
7.
So 2 initiative.
Okay. Yeah, so y'all get it. So you see that from not you facing down where you were just engaged with the lion, but from behind you, there are 5 different rats. And these things are much bigger than the one that was on Frosty's spear tip before. So you see that in front of you now, 2 of them are crawling on you from the same lateral that you're on, but one of them is actually crawling up the side of this wall, coming at you from every side. And then there's 2 more following them. You are able to get the jump on them, so you tell me what you do. The lion is knocked out, so you don't need to hold on to it to restrain it.
Nice.
I grab. I wait while everybody else figures out what they're gonna do, so I can grab my cleric spell book real quick.
Yeah.
I want to take a shot with my sling. Pick up a rock off the ground. Take a shot at that one that's crawling above. The one you said that was, up top.
Do it. Give me that attack roll, and then I believe everybody has no modifiers to their attack at this time.
No, I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Wait, you have a dexterity bonus though. So
yeah. So I got
2 hit.
So I got 21. I rolled 19 on the die, so 21 total.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Roll me some damage.
Hell yes.
Use that teeth,
dude.
That is a 2 on the die, +1. So 2 + 2. Is it just a dex modifier on the attack or the damage to?
Just on the attack.
Okay, gotcha. So 2 damage.
Okay. Give me, or let me know how it happens, because you have slain this rat.
Gotcha. I want to say that I get it on kind of near its back legs, and then we watch it just fall and just blah.
Perfect. I love it. All right. And now Vit the dwarf, the skull.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was looking up, and as soon as that one gets taken down, I'm like, all right, and I just check to the one coming next to us and sword.
Boom. Give me that D20.
That's a 17 on the dice.
17. Roll me damage. I believe
it's a D6 for the sword.
Yes, D6.
And I don't get nothing because I'm not a strong lad. But it's a 3.
3. 3 is good. Tell me how you slay this rat.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's what I like to hear.
It's just nonchalant. I mean, I said it earlier. I'm like, our party, we're not bothered by rats. I'm like, get away from my kitty. And I just like really nonchalantly slice.
Boom. You got it. And it is felled. All right, Frosty.
This is because you mentioned it being a Tom and Jerry moment. That's why this happened, Alex. Just so
yeah, absolutely.
You can't give the GM ideas. Oh, 19 again. Goodness,
yes.
Those black rainbow dice.
Man, I've been at a lot of first level parties that had to fight rats, and this went very well.
Yeah.
All right, that is a 5.
5. Yeah. So unfortunately, the rat evades your pole arms grasp.
That was my bad.
And if I remember correctly, so your your rank and file before had Frosty at the front Onar in the middle, and Vit in the back. Am I
I'm
right?
a-
Oh, are
Yeah.
we sorry, I should have clarified beforehand. That's what I should have. Are we are stuck in marching order? This is only wide enough for one of us.
There's wiggle room. I mean, honestly, if we're talking physics right now, the 5-foot square, you could fit like 4 people in it.
Right.
So-
Well, no. So I just, with all the wrestling with the tiger, I didn't assume we were still in marching order.
Well, it
Yeah,
makes sense
So
that I
that's
sort of
what I was
spun
doing.
around
I
in.
assumed that y'all were starting to drag it back.
Gotcha.
So it's honestly up to you if you wanted to put that marching order back in place or not, or
Yeah.
if you're all like together.
I mean, it depends on if we had turned around, I still probably would have gone in front because I am not the strongest of the group. But that might have changed what
Are we
just happened.
Not particularly strong for 3 dwarfs.
We are not particularly. We're
That's
we're
really funny.
normal strength.
Yeah, normal. Yeah, it would make sense with what just happened for me to have heard, spun around, and just like killed one,
Right.
and then maybe because you were in the back, that's why you couldn't quite get to it.
Right. That's fine. I'm okay. I'm also okay having not hit it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That if I'm in between us and this last rat.
One of the classic hallmarks of old school adventuring, not knowing where the hell your party is. So,
I'm all about it, y'all.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of the development team who worked on the magazine is watching, and they are having a blast. So
yeah, I
just
know
wanted to-
it's super fun. I'm really glad they're all here. I'm glad you guys are getting to see your work in action. As
Yeah.
it tries to kill us. Yeah, I would have just shot it with my crossbow had I known that had been the case. And so,
Oh, let's do it. Roll deck for me.
Retcon. One of the other classic old school days.
17.
We did it that way.
This is what I actually did.
17. I think a crossbow is that a D4 or is it a D6? Let's assume this is a light crossbow. It's probably a D4. So that's 2 damage. Oh, it's a 6? Never mind. That is 3 damage.
3 damage. You get it. Where do you get it?
I shoot it, like one of them's chittering at us. It's coming straight towards us. It opens up its mouth to try to bite Vit, and I just cram it back to the tonsils.
Oh boy, that's a rotisserie rat right there. Awesome.
We're gonna cook that rat later.
So much
And give it to
I
the
was gonna
lion.
say, so much for not murdering animals swiftly.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm just saying we're gonna not dwell on it.
Rats aren't animals.
Rats are animals.
They're rats.
So,
I mean, our viewership has gone up since we started killing animals. So I mean, I'm not saying that's becoming a thing we're gonna do.
Not good.
Just
the
saying.
rating. So anyways, like a flood, the other rats come down through, unfazed at their brethren falling and perishing.
Oh, dang
And,
it.
One of them comes up and proceeds to try and bite our frosted tips, but he rolled a 5, so it misses.
Dang
And-
dibbity, he did.
Yeah, Thaco 0, my dudes. So, yeah. Onar, what is your AC?
12.
12. Actually, let me write this down. So, what's y'all's AC? All of you, give me your AC.
I should have 13 because I've got leather armor and a shield.
Okay.
16 because of my leather armor and my sweet face.
Awesome. 16. Good. Cool.
Actually, my extra mine's a 13. I never mind. It's 12. Never mind. It's 12. I was right the first time. Sorry.
Okay,
About that.
12. All good. This just makes things.
Oh no,
quicker.
I did write this down earlier. My bad. Mine is not that high. It is a 13.
Okay.
It started off as a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 is
I
good.
2 for the
Oh,
leather
yeah.
armor, 1 for
Two
the
the armor
shield
and one for
beard.
my face. Yeah.
And if
Thirteen
there are
is
some
good.
bonuses from stats that will give you higher AC also too
Sure.
against certain things, but yeah.
Okay. You know what? I like rolling initiative every round because it keeps it spicy. So roll me another initiative.
Go ahead, Aaron.
All right. 5 total.
5. All right, you get the jump on them. There's 2 rats now. You outnumber them. Get them. Tell me what you do. Actually, we're just gonna say that you get them. So tell me how you do it, and then we'll move forward with this encounter.
We're in formation now, right? Like
Yeah.
it's time. We are in formation. It's time to slay. as
Yeah.
the queen would
Yeah,
have
yes.
us too. And yeah, I think they just like all three of them went down, and we just like, yeah, okay. It's like literally, I watched the arrow go through the one tonsils, and I go, cool, and then just get another one right through the head,
Yeah.
just like that.
And
Nice.
I think at a deference, we just kick the last one really hard, and it goes off into the shadows to come back and be the big bad villain at the end of all this, from its weeks of brooding and growing stronger.
That's so
Goes to get swole.
Yeah.
A little rat push up.
It's its own rat king.
Finding tying other rats to itself.
Yes.
yeah, so all of that happens, and now you're standing in the same tunnel again. You have these 5 dead rats. What do you do?
Can we loot them?
I mean, I think we feed one of them. We should feed one to the lion.
Lion's unconscious. I don't know if you want to wake it up.
Oh no, we don't. We put one in with the lion,
Yeah, there you go.
like near its mouth. So if it wakes up, we
Just
got
a little road snack for it.
Put them all
This
in.
is our mea culpa for knocking you out.
right.
Yeah. I get
Best-
some
best
pretzels
meal
and I
it's had
wrap
for a
some
while.
rat meat. I make rat combos.
Yeah,
For his
we get
road
some
trip.
we get some prosciutto, and we gently we stuff these rats with cheese, and then we
Make a-
wrap them in the
Yeah.
prosciutto.
Make a rat cootery board.
Yeah, rat
Yeah.
cutie board.
Rat cutery.
Are y'all trying to like seduce this lion or what?
Yes.
Not yet. So
It's that kind of stream.
we put one in there with him. I think we do collect the rest because I mean it's good. That's good eating for us or
Yeah.
other things.
It's better than a rock.
I'll go ahead and put one back on the front of my spear because that worked pretty well last time, and there
Smart.
may be other things that want to eat us later. And so,
Now our party always sort of walks with. I'm sorry that I turn every stream into a cartoon. Walking
This
with
is
the,
our
like,
brand.
carrot on a stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to
That's
think that we have a little bit of enough of a reputation now
Yeah.
that people know what they're getting into when they come on a
Yeah.
stream. Like,
Yeah.
like unless you have even when you have a very serious, emotionally pulling game, or if you've got a heavy death metal game,
We
like,
turned Morgan.
we're gonna turn it into a little bit of a Saturday morning cartoon.
I love it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you collect the rats. You leave the moaning behind. You
Yeah, well, I mean, was the
Chewie,
moaning
what about the
human
moaning?
moaning or dwarven moaning? Like, did it sound? It sounded like semi, like sentient, like.
it sounded masculine in pain.
Should we? I mean, lions in the net with some snacks. Should we maybe skitter
we
down?
Yeah, this'd be the right thing to do.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like we can't just like leave somebody
So
moaning.
we'll use
No.
we will use my pole arm to secure the like net up above the lion with some
Nice.
snacks. Leave it for a second because I have another weapon, so I'm okay, and we're gonna go check out the moaning.
Sure.
This,
Yeah,
by the way,
so-
anybody out there watching, this is the wrong decision.
Yeah,
That's why it's so fun to watch.
yeah. GM walked us right into this one, Drew.
Listen, I don't make the rules. Okay, that's
You do actually. That's
Wait a minute,
100%
you-
what
that's my favorite catchphrase because it's such a lie. Okay. Okay. So you walk down. You leave the pole arm trenched into the ground with the lion unconscious, with the rats and all of this. Give me your marching order just so I know, or is it just the same?
No, it's not the same because if I don't have this pole
Should
arm
I-
out in front of me, it is not me in the front.
I'll take the front. I'll take the lead.
I should probably be in the middle, as a matter of fact.
I'll take the rear.
It makes sense
All
if I've got the big AC and also the like construction eyes. Yeah.
Cool. Let me just check the read up on this awesome content that one of our contributors wrote for this.
Which
room,
one? Maybe they're watching right now.
so that they know that I'm not just riffing everything. Okay.
If you're watching right now and you know what this moaning is, you don't have to tell us, but tell us that you know.
Tweet at me right now.
This is my moaning.
If you want to tell us, specifically which stones to step on to avoid the death trap, you can do that also.
Yeah, at R Alex Murray on Twitter. DMs are open. Like just let me know.
So, as you wander down, two things happen. Vit, you come upon this disheveled slick. You see that it is covered in this red viscous, shiny liquid. This dwarf, he's just so pitiful. He's
Spilled all
moaning.
his fruit punch. Oh no.
Yeah, all of this fruit punch. But you see that he was a miner, and he's got all the equipment there. He's got a little cart with a pulley and all of this, and it's the dead end of this cave. It sort of makes this bulbous little chamber, and there's a good bit of ore, and it's got all these iron chunks sort of floating out in its crystallized manner. And there was more in the cart there, but he's moaning. His entrails are coming out of his stomach, and he's just trying to keep it together. You're not sure if all of his limbs are there.
Oh, buddy.
And as this happens,
Oh no.
you hear an echo. You hear a compounded echo. Two things. One, you hear from the top of the tunnel, "Hey, what is it, man?" It sounds like Bimber woke up. And then,
Oh, that's not good.
so yeah, that happens. And what do? Start the scene, my boys. Tell me what happens.
That didn't sound good.
No, that didn't sound good at all. I'm not. We're now in a rock tube with a lion, maybe more than one. Hey, buddy, on the ground. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Where is he? A dwarf man?
Yeah, he's a dwarf man. He's got a very short beard, and it's kind of blonde orange. And well, you can't really tell that because it's covered in blood.
It's kind of blonde and maybe also orange, but maybe it's just blood.
Might just be,
Oops, it's all fruit punch.
Yeah. He just looks at
Honestly.
you in pain, and he tries to get the words out, but he's choking on the blood. And he's just got this crazy wide-eyed look in his eye. And he tries to communicate. He actually grasps at you to hold your face so that he can communicate the pain he's in. What do you do, Vit?
I give him my hands for sure, and I look at him and say, "Hey, we if it was the lion, we got the lion. I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to take a deep breath. We might be able to get you back to where there's some help. You don't have, I don't know, like healing potions or something you could point." I mean, I'm like holding on and trying to like get him to focus with me, because I mean
Hey, Tony, what'd you pray for
doesn't
today?
look good.
My level 2 drow.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. I do have cure light wounds. These wounds, as you described them, do not seem light.
We're in OSC. I mean, what is the hit point?
It's all relative, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but when entrails are on the outside of the body, that's usually kind of a clear sign of like.
Does he have all of his limbs? You said we weren't sure. I am looking at him now. How's he
Right.
doing limb-wise?
None of that sounded like cure light wounds level of bad. Like
He has his limbs.
Can we get an extremity count?
He's
Okay.
got 4.
Okay.
You don't know.
I am if we do think if we do I mean my character would know this. If I have a reasonable assumption to think that cure light wounds is going to stabilize this guy enough to let him live, then I will absolutely cast it. And if I don't, I will without hesitation continually not cast it, because there's no reason to waste my spell slot for the day.
I mean, I was a field hand back in some troubles with the orcs up back east, and I definitely did some battlefield medicine back in the day. I didn't want to get into the fighting myself. More of a lover. So I rip up some cloth and start trying to help put his entrails back where I think they might belong.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, no, if it looks like I can, I mean, I'm not saying does he have to get back to perfect health, but if I think that casting cure light wounds will save this guy's life and allow him to continue to live some semblance of normalcy, then I will absolutely cast it.
Yep, you get that vibe. That is the vibe.
Okay.
For vibes?
I'll reach out and I'll touch him and I'll pray to my dark god. No, not my dark god. I mean my normal god, because I'm
Thor, Odin.
Yeah.
They're
They're all pretty dark.
I'll praise Odin. Who's the god of spring coming in Norse mythology? That's the one I pray for.
Freya.
Yeah.
It's all Freya, it's
For a new life and a new beginning for this individual, I will pray for that healing. I'm trying to remember. Is healing an instant? It's an instant. Does it require a roll?
I don't think it requires a roll.
I think spells just So, and then that cures some amount.
Let me check for you. 1d6 plus 1.
That'll be 5 total.
Nice. All right. Let me write that down for future reference. One moment, please. Uno momento. Okay. Always keep the drive tab open, my friends. If you ever stream. Okay.
I'm also going to give you guys a reveal at the end here of something that we've been working on that I just got. John just dropped me a preview of.
Nice.
Oh yeah, brother. Okay, one moment.
You have to stick around for that.
Oh, I'll be here.
I'll everybody out there watching. I'll show everybody. I'm very excited about it.
Is it gross? The thing you have to show everybody?
It is gross, but it's also beautiful.
So, you look in this miner's eye. He's slick in blood from beard to toe, and after Vit bandages his entrails, they're sort of holding each other in this very romantic, tragic moment. And out of the back, Frosty comes through. Describe to me what it's like when you cast this cure light.
Yeah, so I pray to Freya for a new springtime of life to flow to this gentleman, and as I reach out, there's actually kind of this like hoarfrost like quality that spreads across their body and their wounds, and then there's kind of this then it retracts, and as it retracts and pulls back, we see that he has been healed for 5 hit points.
Perfect.
Nice.
As this happens, you see that his stomach area begins to sort of ripple and rumble, and he begins to stop. He sort of clears his throat, and he's like, and he looks you square in the face, Frosty, and he says, "I owe you my life. My name is Anvari. You are not among my troop. You know where they went? What? You're not miners." And then he sort of gets head. He puts his hand on you, Vit, and he just looks at you and says, "Where am I?"
We're like dry powder junctions, like a tunnel up and over. You were down. It looks like you were down here digging, and you found a sweet load, and maybe a tiger or lion attacked you.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Yeah, did you get attacked?
I was just. He looks around. He looks to his cart. He looks to the oar. I was just working. I was just, singing the good songs to Odin.
Yeah,
And
I love those songs.
Then I was down, and that was rough.
You didn't see what got you.
I just heard this roar, and it reminded me of a bear, but it's been
maybe like a lion.
It got me, but I was.
Do you want to see it to verify what attacked you? Because we got it still.
Yeah. I don't know. My father once told me that when you get a second chance, don't waste it. Who are you folk?
Oh, hi. I'm Vit.
I'm Oh, go ahead.
I'm Onar. You know what my dad told me one time? Keep digging that shit tunnel.
I'm Frosty, and my dad said any minor altercation you can walk away from is a good one.
I agree. I'm glad our fathers are wise. and he sort of looks over at Vit. He's not all the way there, so it's not like he's like giving him, it's not like.
Oh, you want to know what my dad said? Oh, my dad said that you should. My dad said you should always nurse a hangover and never waste a boner. He was not like a cool guy.
Wise words.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here?
Oh, we're preventing Ragnarok.
Yeah. You?
For Chill Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, right now we're hunting a lion. Well, we already got the lion. I mean, saving you?
All of those things are true. I mean, technically, we're going to save you twice. Once from the lion that we've also already trapped, and again from Ragnarok.
So we kind of have a lot of irons in the fire right now, to put it bluntly.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect this.
I mean, we could always use another strong back, especially since I think our cart might have just exploded.
Yeah, and you probably owe us at this point.
Right, and if we could put maybe our lion that we caught into your cart and take him back to where he goes, that would be like one side quest like marked off, which would be pretty sweet.
You speak strangely, my friend, but I'm here.
I'm a real pro gamer. No worries.
A professional gamer?
Yeah.
In my stream? Well, Tony's stream? Okay. So yeah, he says I'm with you. So he's now in the party. Boom.
Yes.
Good job.
And what's his name again?
His name
Anvir.
is Anvar. And he is
Anvar.
a dwarf of the dwarf kind.
Welcome,
Yes.
Anvari.
My dude.
We know a guy who's promised us some herbs.
Yeah.
Like basil.
Like basil, rosemary, perhaps some cilantro,
Some herbs de Provence.
some Montreal snake seasoning.
Those are hard to come by in different amounts there.
He's gonna give us lichen salt, and we're gonna be like, nah.
Some Old Bay.
Yeah.
I'd much like to
Old
get out of
Bay,
the cave if it's all the same to you.
Yeah. So I think getting his cart, getting it moving, like getting it going forward. Hopefully his cart's going to be big enough to fit a giant metal door on top of, because I think we may not have a.
Oh, man.
We can shrink it.
I'm worried.
We can shrink the door.
The weight stays the same no matter what, and the minimum is 6 feet, like 3 inches or something like that.
Never mind.
Which is a really interesting limitation. You can make this door as big as you want, but the smallest you could make it is 6 feet 3 inches.
Yep.
So.
Like ore wise, and equipment wise, what's he got going on? He's just got like sort of standard mining equip, or
standard mining equipment. He's got a pickaxe. He's got a hammer. He's got a chisel. He's got just regular miner garb, no armor. And he's got like a good amount of rough ore in there. I'd say like probably 10, 15 pounds of hewn ore in the cart, as well as some rations. So he's got food.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll get it moving up. We'll let him and probably me take care of the cart. Like I'll kind of lead the way, and then the other two guys can. I'll recover my poleaxe and rat, and the other boys can grab the lion.
Perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sounds good.
What I'd like from each of you now is to roll me 1d6.
Ominous.
3.
I'll roll my
6.
So roll my dwarvish rock dice. 4.
All right, this is going to be spicy, my friends. Okay, so you venture up and you approach the lion. It's still unconscious. The rats are there. You see that one or two of the rats' bodies are still twitching, just like the nerves, and then you're able to scoop up the lion into the cart. Is that what?
Yeah, I think that's the move.
Yeah,
So-
I think the concept is kind of like one person pushing the cart, me leading the party, like probably Avar and Barry, Anvari pushing the cart, me leading the way. These other two guys like kind of putting the lion on the cart, but like holding the net down.
Yes.
On either side of it.
I'm
So we're
also
in like
getting
we're all flanking the cart in some way, shape, or form.
Perfect. That's great. Beautiful. I'm gonna wave the lion into the cart. It's still unconscious, and you're able to get back to the mouth of that tunnel, unless
What's
you want
that
to
look like?
at the water thing, drippy
Ooh.
thing.
Mm,
You heard an explosion in
There,
Bimber.
yeah, but say, I don't think it
gonna
could be a priority right now.
no,
Like,
let's
Yeah.
not let Drew talk us back down another tunnel. Bimber.
We've only just begun, my friends.
I know.
So yeah, you get back and you see that not one, not two, not three,
Oh
but
dear.
4 of these casks of different strength explosive powders have all just exploded. And where once was standing, Bimber, Ofrosny, and
Feely.
cart that it came on, and Feely. Holy crap! No,
not Feely.
not Feely.
He was our
Fan
backup
favorite, Feely.
character.
We made so
He was
much
the
merch.
rock of this group.
He really was. They're all gone.
You would have
now
eaten him.
because of the dice.
So there's just a metal door on the ground now.
Yeah,
They're gone. They're just exploded into like dust.
you can see
Like
some
they-
of them are over here, some of them over there. There's a donkey ear.
Oh, the super ass.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
All right.
Here's,
So
here's one plan.
okay.
We take this lion back. We get some lions off of him, and then we have some lions pull this cart the rest of the way. After
Well,
we tame
I mean,
them.
my thought is this. Like, this is like saying we drove. I mean, in the scope of things, this is like saying we drove 5 minutes away and then forgot something. And
Yeah, right.
Like I would say, if we're already going to go back to the lion place, going back one step further and getting
Just
a new
go all the way
cart
back to
is
town and
not
get another
is
cart?
not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even,
All right.
even
Yeah.
if we have to pull it ourselves, it's
Hey,
still
you
a
guys-
better choice.
Also, do we need
than
to-
not
we need to
having
create
a
covers?
cart?
Hey,
Do we need to
hey,
create a cover story for what happened? Like, do we need to like say, hey, funny thing happened while we were down in the tunnels?
Bimber's dumbass blew himself up. We didn't do it.
Yeah.
Can we get a beastmaster that isn't a moron and can read barrels?
So, upon all of this stuff happening was really like the Dwarven Council of Elders came together and they were like, "Oh shit, it's really happening. We need to do our best, or everything's gonna get screwed." Right.
Yeah.
So in that, their first course of action was to forge this door, send Ofrosny out because he was the sturdiest means by which the door could be carried most reliably, right? So like you're looking at what was able to carry perhaps the load of 6 or 7 donkeys in one. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
So, however, they also know that it's a very perilous mission. Thus, they recruited the dumbest, I mean, grittiest dwarves to take this task upon themselves. So, yeah. Yep.
So
Okay.
so I do think for one thing, this is an excellent spot for us to pause, take a break. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. We're gonna come back. We'll
All right.
talk about this more. So we'll be back. Let's go ahead and say we'll give ourselves a few extra minutes. So we'll come back at 15 after the hour. Just gives us a chance to get up, stretch our legs. If you're out there watching and you want to get up and stretch your legs, get up and stretch your legs. That's great. By the way, here's what I'm going to throw out. We've had between like 15 and 5 people watching the entire time. It's going up, it's going down. When we come back, so if you guys share this out, when we come back, if we get up over 20 people, I will give away some Black Rainbow Dice stuff. So if we can get over 20 people, so take a minute, share it out, let people know what's happening. And a lot of the dev team members are here. It's good for you. It's good for the channel. I don't care what platform they're watching on. YouTube. The link is ttrpg.link/Muspelhell, or you can just share the Twitch link also too. If we can get up over 20 people at any point in the rest of the stream, we're going to give away some Black Rainbow Dice. So let people know that.
Nice.
They can win some free dice if they come hang out.
Let me sweeten the pot, Tony.
Okay.
If we break 30, somebody's getting Muspelhell for free.
There we go. They could also win a free copy of Muspelhell. So there we go. All right. So we're going to be back 15 after the hour. I just want to let you guys know, go ahead and share out there. If we can get up to 20 free dice, we get up to 30 free dice and free Muspelhell. Here we go. All right, and we are back here on Plus One's Roll for Content channel. You can find everything we do at Plus One EXP or on our website, plus1exp.com, including if you have a beard of dwarven proportions, go there. Check out some of our beard balms. Check out our game Beards and Beyond. Min-max your way through your day. It's like a low-key LARP experience for everyday life. You're going to love it. But with us, we got a couple amazing people also to playing our game. That's our Alex Murray. Alex, tell people where they can find you on the internet.
I'm on the internet at @RAlexMurray, everywhere. I'm on Pinterest if you want to see my house plants.
There you go. And then we've got Aaron also too. Aaron, tell people where they can find you.
Find me on Twitter at HeyGillyGilly. If I do start an Instagram, it will just be buffalo chicken recipes, and so you can follow me on there hopefully very soon.
Please start an Instagram, my friend.
Aaron, talk about
Share that with everyone.
Yeah. And then running us through their Dwarven mega dungeon set up with an OSC essential compatibility, but also solo play options is the man himself, Drew Cochran from Epic of Dreams. Drew, tell people where they can find your game online and tell us a little bit about your Kickstarter real quick.
All right. So you can find me and my stuff at Epic of Dreams on all major platforms. So, Twitter, Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. You should definitely sub to our YouTube channel because we're going to be putting out content soon. For Muspelhell, we have our Kickstarter live right now, and that's going to be going up for 8 more days. We just broke through our second stretch goal, which is actually a supplement to the core adventure that includes essentially endless underground dungeon encounters, and it's great solo stuff. We're doing a bunch of solo resources for our stretch goals, but Muspelhell is a heavy metal dwarven dungeon adventure to steal your soul, and it goes deep with Norse mythology and heavy metal themes, and you can play it with OSE, and you can play it as a solo adventure, and it's a lot of fun. Am I right, you guys?
Which I love. We've been having a blast so far. There's a lot of fun flavor in this. He's also a phenomenal a GM for us too. I've really enjoyed the energy that he brings. And so, let's our dwarf cart just exploded along with our super mule, which who knows how we're gonna get this thing. We're like, this is essentially being like, hey, we've got a 2-week long road trip. And then 5 minutes away from your house, your car broke down while you were inside the gas station. Actually, it's not like it's broke down. It's like your car exploded at the gas station while you were filling it up, and inside pain. And you got to decide what you're going to do. Which I think the choice then is go back home and try to get your other car if you have one. Who's wealthy enough to have another car? Who's wealthy enough to have another car? I don't know. And
such affluence.
Yeah. This entire community that we're drawing from, like you're gonna go borrow your neighbor's car, and so
oh my god, so anyways, we're gonna essentially run through a couple of these minor scenes so that we can get our dwarves situated with their new vehicles, and then we're going to dive into level 2 of the dungeon so that we can feature more of our content.
And to clarify at this point, we're not talking about scenes with minors. We just did one of those. We're talking about small scenes. We just gotta make sure we're clarifying here.
Yes.
So all of our scenes are 18 years plus.
With very young people who dig ore out of mountains. It's a minor scene.
That's right. And so,
we're talking dwarven years. It's not the same. It's not 1 to 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like 90.
90. Yeah. You returned to the dry powder junction, and you find, to great tragedy, that Ofer Osni and Bimber himself, whom you once hated and despised simply because his existence.
Whoa! I don't
remember that scene.
I don't think we had gotten to that point on our journey yet. Was it coming? Absolutely. Had we gotten there yet?
All right.
Literally never interacted with dude.
He yelled something. We asked him a question. He fell asleep.
Now, I did hate him with all my being. Drew is correct.
Okay, cool. Somebody's resonating with me. Ooh, can't get them all. So you're there. Carnage, death, fire. Well, actually, there's no more fire. but it exploded. Some of the explosives didn't go off, which is good for you. But yeah, bud.
Which
It's
explosive didn't go off? Like which set of runes is the one that
there's a don't touch and there's a mid, or was it was called a big. Those are the ones, just one of each of those are left.
Oh great.
Weird.
The ones specifically were the ones we were like, don't mess with these.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, so I think the big question for us here is do we want to leave somebody to keep an eye on the door, or do we just
I mean, it's like real heavy. Like,
Try to pick it up, Frosty.
yeah, I guess should we try to heft it?
I mean, we've got the
This
cart, we've got a lion.
Like, can we put the door on top of the lion so the lion is like under? We are also trapping him under the door, and then
I mean, it
putting
would
the cart-
fit. I don't
So
know if it
I
would
do
work.
actually. I am curious. Is this iron ore something we can affix to the door? Is it valuable enough for us to
Oh yeah.
add it into the door's structure? Is that only like gems and precious metals?
Yeah, I would say for experience purposes, gems and precious metals would
Okay.
work. It's also partially because like this is essentially a living shrine to your ancestors.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
they put their
I just
remains-
didn't know how down they would be for iron ore. It didn't seem like it, but I just figured why not ask because it's a cool thing to potentially feature. And so
Do our ancestors like rat viscera?
I don't think these ancestors like rat viscera. I'm not
Fair
saying
enough.
unanimously, but anyways, just to hand wave a little bit so we can get to the content. So yeah, you get there. Do you try to take the door back? Do you leave it there? It's so heavy that even with all four of you, including the new dwarf,
I mean,
And
who's
Polly.
we
on
we literally can't. The choice we have, I think, is either for us to leave one person here, which I mean, I don't think
And
any of
Bart.
us are going to want to be that person based on what just happened. But maybe, and Barry needs to stay here and rest.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you leave him with like equipment to fend himself, or
he's got a
like,
pickaxe.
And then another pickaxe. And
I mean, he seems a little pudgy with his shield there. You know what I'm saying? Like a little fleshy, if you will, little.
I
doughboy.
mean, what else down here other than rats? I guess.
I mean, like here's I think here's the deal. If Onar is cool with it, I think like give him your dagger because it's a weapon, and just keep one of the pickaxes for right now.
Yeah, I mean, he can have my. I'm happy to give him my dagger.
Okay.
I don't need it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Bit's gonna
All right.
give him a dagger so he feels safe.
Here,
All
here's
right.
my pocket knife. Try not to lose the door that's gonna save the world. Back in a quick view. We have
You
to give a grumpy old circus man his lion. See ya. You know, that old chestnut.
All right, so you go back to said grumpy circus man. You bring the lion without a hitch. You're able to drag him in the cart.
Who's
You
not
get
tough
there.
now, old man?
He comes to you and he says, "This is very unexpected."
But this isn't
You
my
should've.
lion.
And I headbutt him.
You headbutt.
And I rolled an 18.
You got it. Headbutt the man. Roll damage. 1d3.
He says this is unexpected, and as he gets to the you headbutt him.
Was it? Was it unexpected, old man?
You actually get him. You got a square. You get a square hit on the guy, and it takes him a second. He's like, "Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, like you did it.
It's a non-lethal headbutt.
You taking my spices now, eh?"
Yeah,
I mean,
all of them.
all the poultices you can
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah,
all right.
all of them.
Also, if you've got like a super ass back there, that'd be super helpful. You don't have like a mega donkey, do you?
He looks around as you say this, and he's like, "Hey, where's the old coot?"
He's in a lot of places.
Where isn't he is a better question.
So hold on. You're telling me that of all of y'all, you made it out, but he didn't.
Do you remember, like, maybe an hour ago, like an explosion kind of shooting up, like a boom noise that came kind of from Dry Powder Gulch or whatever you call it, Dry Powder Junction? I'm not saying that wasn't Bimber.
Ragnarok.
That's what we're
God.
talking about.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Real bad stuff.
You left. So the donkeys. You know that donkey is literally related to Sleipnir, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do know and believe that. I've never been clear on the specifics of how any of that happened.
Well, I mean, you get an 8-legged horse and the donkey that love each other very much. Okay. Anyways, sure. Just go into that room over there. Take anything that you find. Don't touch my books. Get out of here. Just go.
Alex, are you going to touch the books?
I'm taking all the books.
Alex,
Okay.
why don't you just pull a book out that shelf and read it?
Yo,
Remember what happened last time you read
never
a book?
again. Never again.
Wait, what happened last time?
He may have summoned a demon that causes his brain to hemorrhage and leak out his nose.
I just really casually picked up a book and read it and set off like a chain of events that destroyed all of us in Morkborg. It was a lot. Go back. Check it out, friends. It was very funny and fun.
Oh, Latin? I love this language.
Basically, yeah. I couldn't read. It was too hard for me to read, and I bled out my eyes.
So who goes in? He goes to wander off, and he goes and he gets his lion.
I'll go in.
I think we all go over to check it out.
We all go in.
All right. So, yeah, you're able to look through. He has a pantry there. It's made out of wood, and in the pantry,
turn it into something. Tony should turn it into Frosty. Turned his wooden pantry into something.
I turn it into an outhouse.
We build them a giant. We dig a latrine.
Oh, come on! I was hoping to work today.
Oh my God!
On my day off,
like I just carve a moon in the door, and you gotta eat your way down into the floor.
I play my drum.
This better be up to code. Anyways, yeah, in the pantry, you find that there's 2 bottles of mead, 3 of these poultices that he spoke of, and there's several little jars of different spices. One of them is basil. Another one is this root, and it's not ground up at all, but it's actually the root inside of the jar. It smells kind of like ginger, but a little off. There's a bunch of different kinds of pickles. And
here's the real question: is there garlic in this room or not?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's garlic in this clay pot that's on a table, and it's just a bunch of little.
I take a whole clove and I eat it, just shell and all.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, you eat rocks, so it's not that off.
He actually takes the pot and he eats it with it's like a crack,
like a rock.
And so, what? Tell us about these books.
Yeah, I definitely look at the books. I'm not gonna just grab them, but like, what's going on with his book sitch?
Yeah, so he's got a couple books there. There's like 5. One of them, it talks about lions a lot. Go figure. And it's actually written in this this very rugged script, right? And you find that as you flip through the pages, that the author talks in this sort of brogue that you find very familiar. And then as you're flipping through, you go back to the table of contents and you find the book was written by Bimber.
Oh, Bimber.
It's his magnum opus.
You open the next book, and again, it's talking about the different sort of vermin that live in the caves and everything. And again, written by Bimber.
Oh, man.
Another book about bears, another one about elves, and then the final book actually talks about the mines below.
Ooh, there's not one called How to Not Touch Explosives and Blow Yourself Up Like a Big Dumb Idiot by
Well,
Bimber,
they
huh?
talk about explosives in the mine book, but it also
Mhm.
gives a layout of the old mines, and you now know the map to the second level.
Nice.
So someone ghost wrote or ghost writ that chapter on explosives, so he skipped over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pages are the second level map? How many pages of the book is that?
Oh, it's going to be a 2-page spread.
Okay.
We're still finalizing.
No,
it at the
no,
moment.
not of your book. Sorry, of the book we're looking at. Let me know.
Oh, yeah, no, it's pretty scarce, honestly. It shows you the main mining town. They call it the Middle Mines, and then it talks about how that there's a well near it, and then there's a couple different areas around there.
Well,
So
cool.
yeah,
He didn't say we couldn't take any of the pages out of the book, so I'll just,
Absolutely.
I'll
got
just remove those pages and put the book back on the shelf.
I mean, he said not to look at them, so like we've already broken those rules. Yeah, at this point.
Oh, I thought he said we couldn't take
Oops.
them. Well, oops.
Yeah.
Oops. All
Yeah.
fruit punch. And so, yeah. So we'll do that. Do that whole shenanigan. Take all his food. Take all his food.
Yeah,
And
he sucks.
and then drop everything in the cart.
Mhm.
And then head back to town, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go back to Bog Darhole Stonehole.
We did it.
I don't.
Hey,
You get back to the North
you
Korea
guys ever been on a trip and your car blows up at the gas station?
We have Mulligan on Ragnarok, you guys.
Yeah, you should probably ask somebody else.
I know what you're thinking. Where's the door? Don't worry. First of all, Feely and Bimbar are all over it. Second of all, we found another. And this is my character's. This is my character's forte. He's a smooth talker. We also found another dwarf down in the mine, Anberry, whose name I keep on changing how I pronounce, but that's classic Tony Vicinda, TM. He's down there watching it also. But there was a problem with the cart. It's basically gone. And we need another one. Also, the mule gets real tired. Are there any other mules that could help?
Roll me a charisma, my bro.
My
And
cha.
get it above 10, if you can.
If I can. That's taking my smooth talkiness into account.
Is there like helping at all? Because
Also-
I'm mad charismatic as well.
Also, I got all this iron ore for somebody.
Oh yeah, we did bring this back.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
I got a 13.
Perfect. Okay. So the councilman that you're talking to, he very handily gives you. He says, "How many donkeys do you need?"
Let's see.
Say all of them. Say all the donkeys.
Yeah, there's he had 4 sets of legs, right? So he was as strong as 4 mules. So 4.
4 donkeys. All right. If it is Odin's will, and then
it's Odin. Only Odin could have willed it.
yeah. So you get the donkeys, and you get a new cart. You're able to sell the ore from Anvari's, stack, and it amounts to 25 gold pieces.
Oh,
And
cool.
you can purchase more equipment.
Just buy a bunch of garlic.
Just buy all the garlic we can.
How much garlic do we have? We buy a bunch of garlic and then we go and we open up an Italian restaurant right inside the Dry Gulch.
I'm gonna buy some rope and some iron spikes.
Good call.
Because somebody kept on asking about that.
That's a good move, whoever you are.
Well, crowbars are way cheaper in here. We're gonna buy a crowbar also too.
Yeah, we should get a crowbar.
And then some sacks. We're gonna get some sacks.
Yeah.
And a flint and steel. So
nice.
Now I feel like a proper adventure.
Torches. Are there torches up in there?
There are we all can pretty much see in the dark. We all have dark vision.
Oh,
Yeah.
is dark vision infravision? Is that
Yep.
dark
Yes.
vision?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry, I have dark vision. You have infravision. They are
Yeah.
different but
Are
similar.
they different?
They
What
are.
does
Yeah.
infravision do for me?
Sorry, infravision means basically like monochrome, right?
Okay.
I believe. And then like dark vision is you see in the dark.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. So now we will fade to white, and you will find yourselves having traversed through the ancient mines. And now you are going towards the the old ruins. Now we're going to what is commonly referred to as the troll-infested mines. And you are currently, walking down this tunnel, and the slope has sort of gone down at almost a 45-degree angle. You're able to very narrowly manage to sort of set up the iron door and all of the chains that are surrounding it onto the mining cart. And Vari has come with you, and he's been able to sort of corral the 4 donkeys together. However, they've been mighty unruly many a time, and getting here has just been really despicable. Sometimes they will fight you, sometimes they will kick you, sometimes they will bite you, sometimes they'll bite each other, and it's not the most aloof style. You know what I'm saying?
It takes effort.
Yes. However, now you come down this tunnel and you see that it begins to widen out. And among you hear these different sort of droplets of water coming down from these stalactites, and you smell the coolness in the air. And as you get down there, so another cool thing about Muspelhell is that our dwarves are different, right? But not only are our dwarves different, our trolls are different too.
Oh yeah. By the way,
so
if you're just joining us, we did say if we get up to 20 people viewing across all platforms, we're gonna give away some dice. If we get up to 30 people, then someone's gonna get Muspelhell for free. We're gonna be giving away some black rainbow dice, which are now the official dice of the +1 roll for content channel. You either get the black and red black rainbow dice or the rainbow adventurer rainbow set. And so, anyways, share this out if you haven't. Let's get up to that 20 viewers. Let's tell some more people about Muspelhell and give away some dice.
All right. So, yeah, let me present it really fast here.
Yeah.
A window.
Hey.
Okay. So, our trolls, in the same way that we treat dwarves with the mythological context, we've done the same thing for our trolls here. We found that the OG D&D trolls were actually based off of a modern fantasy novel that was written in, I believe, like the 70s, with a whole bit of, regeneration, getting, demolished by fire. So instead, we've gone again with these older tropes where they have stone shape, they're adverse to sunlight, and then we also have a troll traits table that different trolls will roll, and then they have these different abilities that change every time. Because among all of the troll myths, the main thing about them, the word troll actually means dark magic, and it has this sort of vulgar connotation that it's a malicious magician. And
Solid of society to come full circle on that term. Well done, us.
Yeah.
Way to go,
Good.
internet.
Good job to bring troll back to its original derogatory attempt.
Yep. So it's also
Screw that Lisa Frank nonsense. We're going all the way back to this word.
Lisa Frank Trolls was my favorite troll favorite Lisa Frank IP.
Yeah.
There we go. Beer. Okay, one second. So, anyways, you enter into this cavern. It has this sort of wide bending crescent shape, and there's these pools around here. You know that this is the area where the trolls have sort of become. You know that from the map that you stole that there should be a settlement beyond this sort of crescent area where you can go and check on different things. And then it leads to a couple different areas with a well. There's another road, and then it goes to the Midder Mines. And yeah, so you enter into this room, and you find there, sitting on top of a rock, this sort of this lumbering figure that's much bigger than the rock it's sitting on. Got these big arms that are sort of sitting down. They're sort of hanging over, and he's catching these different salmon in the pool that's next to him, because there's several pools of water here. He's turned away from you, but as soon as he hears the rustling of your donkeys, he sort of turns his head back, and you catch this glint from his eye, and it's this yellow sort of flickering light that cuts against all of the darkness in the room. How do you proceed as he laughs under his breath?
Hungry?
Aye. What pleasure do I have, such that a band of dwarves comes to my little hollow?
Well, we're just passing through, trying to prevent Ragnarok, you know. Hi, I'm Vic. These are my friends. What's your
I'm
name?
Frosty.
Name's Onar.
I'd also like to stay Frosty. So how do you feel about not being obliviated in the destruction of all of creation?
I have lived a very long time. I suppose that would be nice, but come whatever may. Do you
Cool.
care for rhymes?
Sure. Some of the time.
Not especially.
I mean, I don't know if you saw what he did there, but it was very good. Is it just a rhyme, or is there like more? Like, is there more to it than that?
Do we have to do it like a crime?
No crimes for this rhyme.
Cool.
That sounds prime.
He
does.
stretches out
Sublime.
his long lumbering arm, and he points towards the edge of the cavern, and you see that down there there are 3 wolves that are they're looking at you, but they're also drinking from this pool of water here. And he says, I will let you pass here if you can answer my rhyme, my riddle.
I mean, do we still have to deal with the wolves?
They are mine.
Okay. So there is more to this. It's not just a rhyme.
Indeed.
I think it sounds great.
I'm in need of a riddle with speed.
Victor and dead man am I. From the joys of paternity to the growling aerial grave I go. No axe in my hand, I forsake the land to be embraced by that beast, that god, that man. What am I? And you see his teeth sort of widen with this ancient cackling grin. I can repeat the riddle if you need me to.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you know, it's customary in dwarf culture to repeat a riddle at least 3 times to make sure everybody got it.
Okay.
At a minimum.
Okay, so yeah. Victor and dead man am I. From the joys of paternity to the growling aerial grave I go. No axe in my hand, I forsake the land to be embraced by that beast, that god, that man. What am I?
All right, so let's we want to hear it again in just 1 second. Hold on, we all stick our heads together in a classic cartoon huddle. All right, what did you guys hear?
I heard Victor and Dead Man, and
That's
Joys
what
of
they are.
Fraternity.
Was it paternity or fraternity?
I think
Turn.
it's Paternity. So
Okay.
Joys of Paternity to the Great
grave.
Aerial Grave.
Right.
What's an aerial grave? That's what I was trying to like. Is that a cloud?
It could be a
And the
cloud.
joy-
It could be like the horizon.
Horizon.
Sure.
I've never been outside, but I hear those exist.
I was outside for a while back in the day when I was exploring with some map makers. I've seen it. The horizon's pretty
He
cool.
doesn't have an axe. It doesn't,
Doesn't
have an axe.
but he forsakes the land.
Right.
So,
Which,
like, I
again,
feel like
that
it's
sounds
like
like
a
a sky
fourth.
thing.
Yeah, like this is like I was thinking like Thunderbolt, Thunderstorm, but like the Joys of Paternity, that could like that could be like a big like a thunderbolt of life.
Yeah, it could be a tree.
I mean, Victor and Dead Man. Okay, well now I'm stuck on the Little Death, as Shakespeare dwarf called it, the Little Death.
I wonder if it's some sort of duality thing, like he's talking about something that is like both of any encompassing choice, maybe the sun.
Sure, yeah.
I was thinking like sun, moon, or moon is an option also too.
Yeah.
Also, it
Moon
could just
could
be
be
like
a
a
sky
god.
grave.
Like there could be a god.
Also, Andvari is there. So if you want to like,
Oh, Anvari,
Yeah,
what did you
Ambar,
hear?
do you know the answer to this?
Anvari, you're an avatar of the GM's will. Tell us what you heard.
actually, let me roll like a.
Ambar, on our long journeys, you were saying how you used to love to sit around and just trade riddles with your grandpapa.
You told us
It
the
did
first half
everything
of
to
this
do.
riddle on the way here
Yeah.
and said you would tell us
Yeah.
the rest of it on the way back.
So he rolled a 19.
Good thing he's way smarter than we are.
Hold on, I have trivia knowledge and stuff
You
too.
know, you got the knowledge.
Yeah.
So
You can ask me one question about one line, and I will give you the answer.
Me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the Skygrave thing?
Oh,
What does that trigger in my head? What does that mean in our culture?
the growling aerial grave.
Yeah.
So that reminds you somewhat of Valhalla, but at the same time, the word growling doesn't match up with Valhalla unless you thought it meant like the growling of the.
So when you said you'd tell me something, what you meant was you'd give me another riddle about the thing I asked about. All right.
I'm not done. I'm giving you more information. So growling aerial grave
Oh man.
sounds like a mouth from above.
Okay. Cool. Mouth from above. Oh, like something that consumes. Okay, if a grave is like a maw, it's like something that consumes from above, like an aerial, like a big giant mouth in the sky.
Right.
Skymouth.
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 Like Fenrir, the world
I,
eater.
I mean, it could be Fenrir, and this guy likes wolves, and he doesn't have an axe. He doesn't have hands. You guys imagine for just a second, like a Fenrir with a little axe in his
The
paw.
GM just leaned back so we can't see his face. I think we got it.
I noticed that. And I was like, oh, I gotta get back in the frame. The troll, he sort of laughs to himself as he continues to put his hands in the water and eat.
Okay, give it to us just
One more time.
one last time.
I can give it to you more than once if you need. Victor and Dead Man am I. From the joys of paternity to the growling aerial grave I go. No axe in my hand, I forsake the land. To be embraced by that beast, that god, that man. What am I?
Okay, so I got it. From the joys of paternity to death means from the time you were conceived until the time you end.
The cradle to
Yeah.
the grave. All right.
Yes.
It's DMX.
It has to be DMX.
Finally.
Man.
All right.
All right.
We're getting better at this.
Um,
We still don't have any idea, though, I can tell.
So someone who that forsakes the land, would they be malevolent towards nature or malevolent toward their creation, perhaps.
I think that to me felt more like a not of the land type thing.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a lot of sky imagery here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want it to be like I really am still stuck on kind of thunderstorm because its whole life it's just destroying, or like a fire wave. Fire wave.
Yeah.
So
what? Who's the god of thunder? Thor.
Thor.
Yeah. God of Thunder.
Mjolnir.
So I'll give you guys 2 more hints if you can roll above a 15.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got a beefy int bonus. Let me do this.
Do it.
Excellent, because I need that beefy int bonus because I got a. You said above a 15 or a 15 or above?
15 will count.
Okay,
That's
I got a 15.
fine.
Good.
All right, choose one line, and I will help demystify it for you.
Okay. The one about the forsaking the land. What's that line?
Okay.
No axe in my hand, I forsake the land.
In the trollish tongue here, forsaking the land has this connotation, almost like somebody is jumping.
Okay, what's the actual line though?
Okay, forsake the land. Like I've had enough of the land.
What?
No axe in my hand, I forsake the land.
No axe in my hand, I jump.
Yeah. Oh, it's crisscross.
Jump.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was my roll. Can I roll both times? Oh,
Sure.
That's a 20. It's a 22.
All right.
Jump into the sky mouth. Ugh.
Yeah, what's
All right, what line you want? I can repeat the whole thing again.
repeat the whole thing again.
Okay.
This is the best stream content we've ever
I was
released.
just about to say, what'd you do Saturday afternoon? Oh, I watched these 3 dipshits try to solve one riddle.
Victor and Dead Man am I.
Mhm.
From the joys of paternity to the growling aerial grave I go. No axe in my hand, I forsake the land to be embraced by that beast, that god, that man. What am I?
Okay, to be embraced by that beast, that god, that man, it has to be the thing that we are not getting.
Yeah.
That is going to
Yeah.
unlock this entire thing. And if not, then we're just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
About to headbutt this troll, y'all.
Okay. So that's the line.
Yeah.
You want to look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that beast, that god, that man, inside of Norse, connotations, it reminds you
Odin?
of Odin because Valhalla is his domain, right? A growling aerial grave. So Odin is a god and he's sort of a man. He is the All-Father.
Right.
But one of his more iconic beasts that he takes the shape of is a bear.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Is it a bear?
The AV idiot, maybe, I don't know. Tell me how you pronounce your is definitely been the most engaging in this. Also, went back to Muspelhell during the feed. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Yes, the guy only had one eye. He said, "Right, well, back to the pub then." All right, so we've got leaping to Odin, leaping to be embraced by Odin.
Yeah.
Right. We've got what else did we learn? Nothing.
Into his giant sky grave. Like you spend your whole life doing it. Like
And he jumps into the sky mouth.
Yeah. And it like forsakes the land is jumping.
Yeah, and then it's
with
from
no axe. No weapon.
Adrian Pep from the Watchmen. Excellent.
The Little Death.
Yes. Say
Yeah,
the whole
I'm
thing
off
again.
that.
Say the whole thing again now. Now that everybody close your eyes and think hard.
Victor and Dead Man am I. From the joys of paternity to the growling aerial grave I go. No axe in my hand, I forsake the land to be embraced by that beast, that god, that man. What am I?
So was anyone born and went directly to Valhalla? Like, I wonder if someone like was born like a demigod or born of a mortal and went right to.
They're Victor and they're dead. They don't have an axe in their hand, so they have no weapon. And they are
Victor and Dead Man gets us back to Odin and Yggdrasil.
jumping from the land to be embraced by Olin, which is this like Valkyrie ushering you into Valhalla image. I should have asked about the axe. I don't know, guys. He's gonna pull out his Norse mythology book from behind him. Hold on real quick.
I'll allow it. Oh,
We don't have time for you to look stuff up. All right.
all right.
We need a guess.
Ticker. Say that again.
We need a guess. What do we got?
Yggdrasil.
The world tree?
Yeah. I really like. I still want to go back to like that. It's like a force that like lives in an instant and like goes and like up and dies, and like God, like reverse lightning is what I want. I am so bad at riddles because of I get stuck on one idea.
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm like lightning is lightning.
Is it man?
It's me. You speak of me, troll man.
Your time is up.
Yeah, we give a bad answer.
Okay.
DMX.
He's chewing on this salmon that he's caught in his hands, and he spits it into your face.
Rude.
It says, "The answer is before you. Roll initiative."
Is it a troll?
Well, no, hold on. What's the answer though, guy?
The answer is salmon.
Salmon.
Oh, it's spent its whole life from Joy's opportunity going back up the river. It forsakes the land. It jumps up the river, and then the bear catches the bear. In the thing. Okay, see, I was being way more ethereal.
I knew there was a clue right in front of us that we weren't getting, but I was like,
oh, that's troll.
Yeah, I got a 3 + 2, so a 5.
5 for initiative. Cool. All right. So y'all get the jump on him.
I cast fear.
You. What do you do?
I cast cause fear.
Cause fear. Awesome. Let me grab my dwarven troll stats. What is the save he has to do?
Let's see. Creature touch. Oh crap! I run up and touch him. Damn it! Cast fear.
Just slap him.
Oh.
Magically induced fear must be dispelled, but requires the subject to make a saving throw versus spells.
Okay.
The save is modified by +1 per level of the caster. So,
You.
yeah.
God, I hate riddles.
Aren't you guys
Okay.
glad you watched us wrestle with that whole thing? Did anybody else watching have salmon who didn't write that riddle?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the thing. It's like now that you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's clearly salmon.
Yeah.
Duh.
Obviously salmon.
But all I could think about was thunder orgasms. So like, how am I going to get the salmon from that?
That's so funny.
I'm mad because I love salmon.
I love salmon too. Yeah. So, what are the effects of cause fear? Let me look it
I have
up.
no idea. It says, it's a reverse spell. So like it's normally remove fear. So normally they would be calmed and purged of fear. Magically induced fear may be dispelled, but requires the subject, blah, blah, blah. They will cause them to flee for the duration unless it saves versus spells.
That's great. No, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I mean,
Get out of here.
What do you want? Let me just hold on. I gotta make a troll roll here. I gotta roll for troll.
Derek says that he's pretty sure Drew wrote that one, so no one watching had any idea what it was.
Well, Derek, it's in the document. Hold on here. Hold on, y'all. I gotta roll for troll. Okay, that was cocked.
Pay the troll toll.
All right, awesome.
With this dwarf soul.
He is a swallower of the heaven's wheel. Yeah. So, yep, you cast cause fear, and you see that this troll creature has become at once very imperiled, and he stops laughing. His wide mouth becomes a scowl, and his long, sort of flabby limbs, he throws them up in the air, and he calls out 3 names. Hold on, I definitely wrote their names down.
Wolf
Tinky
1,
Winky.
Wolf 2,
Oh,
Wolf 3.
la la.
Yeah. Wolf
Attack.
1, Wolf 2, and Wolf 3. He says their names. Oh man, I didn't write the names down. Okay. Well,
Wolf 1,
whatever.
Wolf 2, and Wolf 3.
Uber, Wolf, and Lion's Mane, right?
Thurs Wolf, Freya Wolf, Odin Wolf.
Yeah. He goes, devour them, and then he buggers off and he starts running. But before he has a chance to, it's the rest of y'all's turn. So I mean, what does Vit and Onar do?
Oh, well, Vit, being confused by this really tough riddle and having no time for it, had sort of like loaded up a rock into the sling as he was planning on just lashing out in anger.
Yeah.
And so I let that fly at the back of this ding dong's head.
Like
Yeah,
if Frosty had not said man, he was gonna say a rock and like
yeah, totally.
That's great.
It's a
I believe-
headbutt.
What is your is it 0 there for your
I don't get no ding dang bonuses or nothing.
Yeah.
But I roll a I roll a 2.
Yeah, that rock flies and it hits the salmon that he threw at you on the floor in spite, as if the gods are against me.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So,
Oh no!
I'm a pretty fast little dwergar. So I want to take off after him and see if I can club him with my shit shovel.
Do it! Shit him! Shovel him! Roll!
A 16 plus 2, 18.
Dude,
Nice.
great! Roll damage.
roll that
Alright.
beautiful zine footage.
Nice.
It's a 1 point of damage.
Oof. Oof. All right. Then the 3 wolves come through, and to your surprise, you find that they speak perfect Dwarvish, and one of them says, "Meat's back on the menu, boys."
Boo!
You know we're getting deep.
Yeah,
in the-
wolf meat. What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, weren't y'all already eating meat?
Huh?
Do you literally have meat in your mouth? I throw a salmon at him and go, here, take it. Leave us alone.
Yeah. The
we
other
have herbs.
responds and says, "I'm tired of eating salmon every damn day."
We've got rats that we've dry rubbed. Like we could have a chat about this.
The final one, he's very angry, and he comes up and he tries to bite the Vit.
Of course he does. Try and
But
get
I
to
don't
this
think he hit
right.
you with a 7.
Get out
So,
of here. He bounces off of my magnificent beard.
Yeah, he does.
Mm.
Next one, which was the talkingest one, he comes up to the Dwerger and he bites him, as does the other. They kind of flank you. Let me check this here. Dun, 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 dun. They go. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was a good little jingle. I didn't premeditate that.
Thaco music. And let us know in the chat. Just type it in. How do you pronounce it? Thaco or Thaco? Or Taco? Or
All right.
Fact
Happy.
Zero?
Taco.
6 damage to Onar. As
How much?
6 as this
Ooh.
wolf bites down, clamping his teeth into your leg.
We like rested in town when we went back and got the.
Oh yeah, y'all are at full at this.
Oh, thank goodness.
As I
'Cause
said,
otherwise,
that only matters for one of us, but it also means I have 7 hit points, guys.
Also, Tony, I don't
no,
know what
no,
your
no,
spells
no,
are,
no,
but
no.
you have all of them back. 'cause
Oh,
we're in
sweet. That's good to know also.
What are your spells, just so I know?
Oh well, I've used 2 spells, so I guess I could have changed them when we went back also too, couldn't I have?
Yeah. So whatever
yeah.
you think is best.
Well, if I would have known about the trolls at that point in time, so I think I probably would have taken fear and light this time.
Fear.
Yeah.
I reach down into my Adam West belt and pull out my troll spray.
Troll spray.
I brought it for just this occasion. Haha.
All right.
Spray that at wolf. It's not gonna do anything.
So the troll sorcerer is running away in fear. The half-bitten salmon is wiggling on the ground in full irony. 2 of these wolves are surrounding Onar the Dwergar. The last is attacking Vit. In the background, 4 very alarmed donkeys whinny and neigh, bucking at their impossible load. Roll me initiative for the round. 1d6.
All right. Is a 6 + 2, 8.
All right. You
super
get the
fast.
jump on him. So what do y'all do again? 2 wolves are next to you, Onar, and then 1 is at Vit. And then I assume that Andrvari and Frosty are near the donkeys. There are pools of water around. Not that deep.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
take a
had
chance.
had to step up to touch what's his face. So
Oh, you did. So
I figure at this point we're probably all shoulder to shoulder.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
I'm gonna hit one of them with my pole. That's a 16.
Yeah, 16 hits. Roll that damage, boy.
Oh, that's 8.
8 damage. Wow. Okay. Onar, what do you do?
I'm gonna take a little chance on this one and see if I can. So, like after getting bit or scratched, whatever they did to me, I didn't care for it. So I'm
Sure.
going to use more of my mental powers to cast enlargement on myself, and I'm going to double in size. Like, are you asking for a challenge? What?
Awesome. Yeah. So you spend your turn concentrating and doing that, and now for the next 2 turns, your size is doubled and your damage is doubled.
Nice.
Vit, what do you do?
I just look at the dog that tried to attack me and I go, sit! And I attack it.
Perfect.
But not very good. I rolled a 7.
Roll a 7. At your 7, Anvari comes up from behind with his pickaxe and he goes, "Not while I'm alive." And then he rolls to attack the wolf and he also misses.
Oh, Anvari.
Thanks, buddy.
Classic Anvari.
Classic.
Thanks, bro.
You're really dragging us down.
Good looking out.
So, all right, we got some wolf bites. We're gonna say 1 for each of you. So,
Aw.
1 misses.
That one was mine.
That was Tony's. Does a 14 hit you, Vit?
Yeah.
All right.
About time.
About time. You gotta take it as it comes. That's 4 damage, and then
Ouchie.
finally Onar. Yeah, that's some damage. That's another 4 damage as these wolves.
So go ahead and make a death save.
So I am deaded.
Oh, dear.
At 0. Yeah.
That's not, that happens fast.
Yeah, I'm at 0. So
I put it-
do it for OSC. Do we do death saves once you get to 0?
Let me double check, but I believe you just dead.
Dang.
But I'm also because I'm also double the size. So now I'm.
You just got
I'm
real big,
large.
and so we're just
Oh,
keeping it hope as you hit the
challenge,
ground.
And now you have. It'll take you longer to bury me now.
Yeah, your giant
No,
body.
we'll just
falls
wait
on a
till it
wolf.
wears off.
Say again.
So we'll just wait till it stays till it wears off.
Hold
Before
on.
you bury
Okay,
me.
so death.
Yeah, oh, he's dead. One thing that we do in my game, The Epic of Dreams, whenever a character dies, is that they get what's called a death soliloquy. the scene pauses, and you're able to give your final moments to the audience.
Okay.
Would you like to do so now?
Yes. I didn't choose this life. My father's 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 father made a grave error, and in his hubris, left a big load on some rich person's lawn. And for that, we were cursed in a way that I now suffer from. Not having the ability to die a noble's death, to die serving my steed or my people. I die as someone who digs shit trenches on a quest to deliver a door. My fate was decided for me, and for that I am truly sorry. And his eyes close.
I love you. You are. That was awesome. Thank you so much. You would have gotten an experience point for the group and other things. Anyways, I put the drive link into our chat in the Google Hangout here.
So you can pull up the guy who's still alive.
Yeah. There's a sheet called the Feely sheet. We're just going to use that for Anvari stats, and now you can play as Anvari.
Yes.
Nice.
We saw Onar get really big and then get really bit and then get really dead and narrate a beautiful scene about how his family was accursed from generation to generation. That is what just happened. And now he's just the other guy we had with us. And so
we turn and see Anvari, like a new light shine in Anvari's eyes, and all of a sudden we care about him. Looking around like, oh, dude, I really like you now.
Hey, Anvari, I care enough to pronounce your name correctly now.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was that scene. Now we have another round of initiative. And unfortunately,
what type of beard does Anvari have? That is important.
Yeah, I have the Feely sheet here. I rolled him out. He has a gray wide beard, so you can use that to cloak his dwarven form.
And be
He's also a
stealthier.
miner, and he can shapeshift into an otter.
Nice.
You should do that right now and hop in and get some of that salmon.
Yeah, just jump into the river.
I roll a
Very
5.
selfishly.
I roll a 5 on initiative.
Perfect. So do they, which means it all happens at once.
Well,
Holler.
Cool. I want to hit the same one again at the same time.
All right. Yeah. Attack him, and he'll attack you at the same time.
18.
18 hits. Does a 13 hit you?
I don't know what a ties do.
It's your AC.
Right. What a ties do. I have a 13 AC.
Oh, ties a hit. Yeah.
Okay. Then they hit.
Yeah. So roll for damage as the wolf clamps on you and you clamp upon it.
That's a 7.
7 damage. And yeah, this guy's hurting for worse. He's going to take a morale check, but he also likewise deals you 6 damage.
Well, great. I'm not dead.
I'm not dead yet. Yes.
I feel happy. I like salmon.
I like fish. I'll eat it. Hold up. Let me check
I think
this.
I'll go for a killer wolf.
Oh, yeah. He buggers off. He is not. He starts to leave. And when that happens, the other 2 wolves, one of them stays. The other 2 stay. Yes. So that happens. And now, Vit,
I said sit, boy.
roll damage or roll attack. Attack
Okay.
him.
6.
6. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
Nope.
And he does not hit you here.
Get stupid wolf. Get out of my face, bro. Seriously.
Suddenly, Anvari becomes a threat, and the third wolf tries to bite him and also fails. But Anvari, you get your pickaxe in, so roll me that.
All right. That's a D6 damage, right?
Yes.
All right. So for that attack, that is a 5 total.
Oof. Not this time.
We're just really flailing at this wolf. Rats, yes. Wolves,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So the other wolf leaves. Now you're outnumbering them 3-2. Roll me another round of initiative.
4.
4. Yeah, you got the jump on him. So get your attacks in. Let me know who you're hitting.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast light to blind one of these wolves.
All right. Let me look it up. Let me look up the thing.
Roll it. God.
Okay, save versus spells. Yeah, it's blinded. And immediately it takes a morale check and it fails. So now this wolf leaves. And now it's 2-1. It doesn't actually leave. It runs around, it gets in the water, and now it's just sopping wet.
Just like me.
Nice.
Nice.
That little death salmon, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Onar, Vit. What do you do?
First of all, Onar's dead. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Onar.
It's right. Press F in chat for pay respects. Philly's going to take his war pick after this last wolf and say,
Philly's
Forward,
all
Mike.
dead. Sorry.
"This is."
As long,
sorry,
as long as we're being nitpicky, Philly has exploded way back behind us.
You're
You're
Anvari.
Anvari.
Invari. Sorry, my apologies.
Anvari, Feely, dwarf.
Anvari. This is on versus. I will champion my brother's death. I shall attack it henceforth.
My God, you got more charismatic in the last 15
It's
seconds.
an 18 to hit.
Roll damage.
Holy shit.
Yes, I shall revenge all of my fallen brethren.
Freaking
That is a
light
6.
behind you.
6.
Yeah.
Hell
You get him good right in the ribs. And at this, you hear him whelp and goes, he sees that he's clearly outnumbered and he begins to try and run away.
Take that, you wolf bastard.
I believe, Vit, you still have a hit. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Vic got to hit.
Vic got to hit. I am going to whip a ye olde rock at the back of that wolf's head, but I missed.
Oh.
I'm so entranced with how awesome. I just had not realized how cool Anvari was. Now I just want to look at him. Majestic. I can't
Take
believe
it all
I've seen
in.
it before.
If they're still in range when the next round happens, I'll fire off a crossbow bolt at them.
Cool. Yeah, well, they're all essentially running away from you now because of your spell there.
I don't care. I want them to not come back. So, I rolled a 14.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Here we go. Pew! 1 damage.
1 damage. Well, that is enough to deter him from you.
That's right.
Gracious. Okay, so yeah. At this time, the wolves are fleeing. And from the echo of the tunnel from which the troll came through, you hear a command in an ancient gravelly voice. Get back in there and destroy these intruders. And then you see the troll who was squatting before as he gave this riddle. He was very stout and squat, but now as he walks fully, he stands very tall. He stands perhaps 7 feet tall. And you see that he begins to pour over with these hand motions and signals, and he looks upon the one who so cursed him, and he points a finger at you. Frosty, make a...
Wait a minute. Where's initiative?
Oh, yeah, we do got to do that. Sorry. Roll initiative.
I'm 100% down with this drama, but
Sorry. I realized that the cause fear should have ended a turn ago, so I was describing him coming back.
Oh, did he make a save?
The duration is 2 turns.
Is it? Okay.
So we've gone through like 3 rounds, I think.
Okay.
Which I love about OSC. That was so quick. Also, where'd our boy go?
Well, he ran away for 2 turns. He would have had to come back for 2 turns to get back, right? So.
Well, I would say he left the tunnel and then he came back now to the tunnel.
Wait a minute. I'm not scared at all. All right, go back.
Yeah. I don't know where Anvari is. Hopefully Drew didn't die.
Oh no.
That'd be way more tragic than Anvari dying. And so.
Yeah.
Let me.
All right. Do you want to roll initiative for us?
Yes, I will. Sorry. 4.
He rolled a 4 too. So it'll all happen at once.
There we go.
Back, baby.
Oh, better than ever.
And he's a new character. And so
Yes.
we turns are 10 minutes each. A round is 6 seconds. Just FYI. This is from the
Good to
chat
know.
from Derek. So he should still be running away.
Well, it says, oh, you're right.
2 turns,
Thank
not
you,
2 rounds.
DBZ, saving the squad. All right, yeah. So none of that happens. Y'all are in this crescent moon-shaped little hollow, and there's a bunch of fish in the little pond, and you got your 4 donkeys and your iron door. What do you do?
I am not feeling very good. I'm gonna slap a poultice on my giant wolf bite.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 1.
Wow, that's excellent. I've got all my health back. These are the best poultices I've ever tasted.
I mean,
I don't know
as
why I
long as
tasted it. That's not how you use a poultice, but
we have another poultice. Can I slap a poultice upon
yeah,
myself?
we got 3 of them.
I'm gonna poultice up. And I get Jesus Christ. All my dice go in the trash.
You should get you some black rainbow dice.
I mean, I could use some. I'm into it.
We slapped some poultices on. You got some hit points back. You got at least 2
back. Yeah, I got 2 back. Which puts me back up to 11. Like I'm all right.
Yeah, more hit points than I have to start with. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We're gonna hustle along this giddy up. We got to get to the city.
Yeah.
Which unless Drew, you have something else you really want to feature between here and there, I think doing some narrations of us entering into the city is probably a good place to stop.
Sure. Oh, so you want to call it?
Unless you have something else you want to feature on the way in, I'm happy to. I just want to make sure.
So you're saying we have one more scene, or this is?
Yeah, we can do another scene. We've
Okay.
got time as long as it's not a long one. We've been doing about 3 hours and 21 minutes. So if
All
you
right.
had something planned, that's great. But if you didn't, I was going to say we can go to the city.
We'll send it off. This is what we'll do. We'll say, after a long and harrowing venture, perhaps 3 harrowings, if we were to put it inside of a measurement unit of harrowings, you're able to venture down into the deepest depths of the Dwarven mines. All 3 of you, though battered and torn, were able to survive this far. You almost lost the door through 2 different instances with these different ravines, and at once you're able to navigate through a lot of these troll-infested mines, as they are so mentioned. But you've been on your toes, for you've heard among the trolls, and even among the accounts of the dwarf who got you here in the first place, that not only are the sons of Surtur, the fire giant who wields the blade of flame that will truly take aim against Valhalla, Odin, and all that the Aesir stand for, but also Loki's son, Fenris Wolf, and you have been trying to evade his prowl for many a time. And thus you have done so, though you have seen manifestations of his hunger amidst the other wolves and the trollish beasts that have assailed you since. But now, in this dark, depthful cavern that was empty, more than empty could be, you wonder if in this silence that you've come upon the place that was the town that Fenris Wolf had devoured. You look behind you. You see that there is not a wolf of dire stature, but of immense. Towering behind you, you see his yellow eyes flicker hungrily. He is upon you, the eater of sun and moon. Roll initiative.
Have we rested in the last little bit?
Yeah, y'all are full. You got your spells back. You're good.
That's great. I'm mostly concerned about spell slots here more than anything else.
What's up, Wolf?
We have some rat.
You want some rat?
Have you ever? I mean, like,
dry rubbed it.
I know you eat everything, but have you ever tried rat, and has that slaked your hunger?
Should I respond to that? Is that in character?
Sorry, let me do it again. Have you ever tried rat?
Indeed, many a vermin have I devoured, much like yourselves.
Everybody's so mean.
Excellent. And I rolled a 5 on initiative.
Perfect. He actually rolled 1, so y'all get to act first. What do you do? Fenris Wolf battle.
Crossbow bolt to the eyeball.
All right. Yeah. Give me an attack.
So that is a 13.
13. The bolt, though it makes contact against his ancient furred form, it but sort of falls off as if nothing happened.
Okay. How much of Bimber's book about Fenris did we read?
You read that wolves like eating a lot. They're opportunists, and you also have trivia information. So I mean,
yeah, I was about to say,
you remember Fenris's 1 weak spot?
Yeah, do I see his
that
giant blinking?
Shoot an arrow into.
You remember that he has eaten the hand of Tyr, which is the god of war, and
Tuesday is named after him. Not enough people know that.
Know that. Also,
that's the weird one. Yeah.
That in order to be bound, Odin and Tyr put heavy chains upon him, and they were mythic, and that was the only means by which he could be bound, and also, tragically, was the means by which the plot for Ragnarok came about. Odin's paranoia undid his entire kingdom.
Every time.
Yep.
All right, so yeah,
we meet our destiny on the road we take to avoid it. Odin, you silly boy. Hopkins, pay attention. Read the book.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's your trivia. What do you do, Vit?
Word. Okay. Well, I don't think any of that's helpful because I don't have any mythic chains. But there was that root. There was the root we took. That's not like a magic root, right? It's like sassafras. Like
it was like the secret magic root that's Fenris' undoing the entire time.
The answer to the last thing was the fish that I was looking at. I'm just trying to see if
that's the OSE way to think. I'm just saying you're doing good.
Yeah.
Maybe the real silver bullet was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, except that we blew all them up.
I mean, there is. We still do have a stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that and huck it at the wolf.
Sure. Roll the attack, my dude. I'll give you 2d6 damage on this if it hits.
It's 13.
13. You throw the stick of dynamite. It erupts. Not in his mouth, and it does actually startle him for a second. So he gets he's distracted.
He hides under the bed until the 4th of July is over.
Yeah.
So while he's distracted, I'll say, "To avenge all of my fallen comrades," and I take after him with my war pick again.
All right.
Or again, as if I've done it before, but
This is like the
that is
third time.
that is a 19. Oh, no modifier, so 19 total.
19. You're rolling hot, and I love it. Roll damage.
All right.
Damn.
So five damage.
5 damage. That's a lot. You don't understand.
Take that, you.
He only has
larger
2 hit
wolf
points.
bastard. No.
Yeah, he only has 2 hit points. This is OSD, you guys.
Fenrir's super squishy.
His
Yeah,
attack
so-
is killer, but he's like a glass cannon.
He's all bark and no bite, you might say.
Yeah, give me. Well, yeah, Fenris Wolf is now going to try and swallow whole Andvari, the scout.
No.
We should have just had you light the dynamite and then let him swallow you whole. That should have been the plan.
What is your AC again?
Yes.
12.
12? Okay. Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, yeah. So the teeth of Fenris Wolf carve into your minute flesh in comparison to his grand size. And he deals 7 damage to you. Does this like
Ooh. Oh.
Ouchie.
I mean,
And buddy.
for a world eater, that sounds like nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And so,
He took it pretty
That was,
good.
that was a love bite for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was just trying to lick you. Like that was it.
Yeah. hold
Are
on.
you up?
Has
still?
anyone ever tried just scratching this dude's belly? Like you maybe.
Maybe you just need some love, y'all.
Yeah.
So since he got distracted, does that mean he doesn't act on us this round other than that? Or I guess that was the
Yeah, y'all can get a surprise round.
okay.
I'll give it to you. This is the final battle. So, we want the stream to end pretty good.
Right. I rolled a 17 to shoot him with my crossbow again this time.
Yeah, roll damage. That hits.
6.
6. I love it. All right. Anvari, you've been bit by the Eater of Sun and Moon. What do you do?
I was not a fan of being bit. Time to strike again. So he's going to attack with the war pick again.
Boom.
Is 14.
14. You miss, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Throw the garlic at him. Oh wait, no, you don't have the garlic anymore. That was your other character.
We ate it.
Throw the pickles at him.
Quick, the pickles.
Does Vit get a? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. Vit takes his sword out and he screams. He's had enough. He's been throwing things. He's been missing little wolves. He's like, all right. Looks like this big puppy needs some tummy scritches. And he just goes running in and he's gonna try and scritch him, like just stab right up into his giant lupine thorax.
Yeah, do it.
It's a 4. It's a 4.
4.
My about 8.
You definitely scratch him.
Yeah, in
Maybe
fact,
a
I'm
little
just
more,
scratching it.
Maybe he's a little more, relaxed. Unfortunately, yeah.
That's like 6 misses in a row for me. This is rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
Oh
for
boy,
sure.
rough.
Okay,
Get it?
I'm here for it. Somebody roll initiative again for the next
I got
round.
a 6.
6? Y'all get to act in front of him again. So, yeah. What do you do?
I am going to shoot him again. I rolled 16.
16. Unfortunately, it misses.
Hey guys, I figured out what his AC is.
Yeah. Vit.
I go, all right, scritches won't work. Maybe a nail trim. And I go to stab one of his feet. And 6. Jesus.
Hey, you're rolling a D20, right?
Yes. I've tried 4 different D20s in a row.
I know we got really excited about
overflowing.
D12s earlier. I just wanted to check.
No, my dice jail looks like it's being run by the. Nah, I don't need to talk about the prison industrial complex on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like.
Anvari says, I shan't miss again. For God and country. That is a 17.
Boom. Roll damage.
1.
1 damage. Hey, it counts, Okay. And now, Andvari again. Fenris Wolf reaches unto you. And he actually misses. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Andvari, you lucked out.
The gods have found favor with me today.
He snarls, and in his ancient wolfy, musk, he goes, I will taste your flesh today. You will bathe in hell. And then he goes down to chomp you, and you actually evade it, Andvari. So next round, because he's got 1 attack, you guys.
5.
1 attack. 5. You get the jump on him. What do you do? He begins to he seems to be moving towards the exit.
All right.
Ooh. I mean, that's I'm kind of tempted to just let him go, but also he will come back. Like, this is actually probably that rat I kicked off earlier has just grown into being this eternal guardian of death and devourer of the world. I did roll a 17 this time, and so because I'm firing crossbow bolts, so even if he's running, that's still what I'm doing. I rolled a 6 again.
There you go. Yeah, get it. Vit, what dost thou doeth?
I'm up underneath of Fenrir, and Vit looks right into the camera and goes, "Kids, don't forget to spay and neuter your pets." And then he attacks it exactly where you think he attacks it.
Oh boy.
And that is gonna be a 17.
Roll it.
3 points of damage. 3 points of
damage.
testicular trauma to the giant god wolf.
You hear him shriek. And he's not having it, my friends. Andvari.
Today, my legend grows with my ability to take down the giant wolf god.
I like how Andvari left the stream for a second, an upright British man, and then came back, middle European.
He got recast.
It's fine. I love it.
He was recast. This time he rolled a 4.
Oh, unfortunately, the pickaxe misses again, and this time, Fenris Wolf. He instead of turning to leave, you find that he sort of doubles about a back, and now his mouth is facing the 3 of you, and and now, as we we'll do one more round. Okay, yeah, one more round.
Now we've got to switch to that thing like in Kingdom Hearts, where we're just jumping off of different platforms of trash as like they shoot towards us. That's what we're doing now. Initiative 6.
He rolled a 6, so all of this happens at once. So he opens his mouth exceedingly wide, wider than you thought could be. Indeed, as if his form itself were divided into as the earth and the sky. And now that's
the answer to the riddle.
Comes down.
Throw the door in his mouth.
And your weapons are there. Roll me attacks, each of you, to see what transpires.
Okay.
Do we all have to chant to make the door larger?
Yes, but that costs a dungeon turn, which is many turns.
Many turns. Okay. It's 10 minutes of chanting as opposed to 6 seconds of battle. Gotcha.
Correct.
Cool. I rolled a 19.
Perfect. Damage.
1.
All right.
With a lot of 6s in a row. I deserved it.
I rolled a 9. Vic's not good at fighting.
That's all right.
We didn't bring him for the fighting. We brought him for the availability.
Or something.
Yeah. I rolled a 9.
Okay. All right. You find that as the salmon jumps into the maw of the bear, so too are your forms hurtled towards, or perhaps engulfed by, the wide, wet maw of the Fenris wolf. And alongside yourself, the uh, the gravel upon which you stand, and even the donkeys in the iron door that were so poised to defeat him are brought inside of his maw. For a time that seems longer than a time, you feel as if you do not exist, as if you are in several places at once and nowhere at the same time. When finally, into view, you find that there is an ancient dwarven mining town, complete with dwarves, trolls, and other such creatures, and a vast array of old rotting corpses upon which this town stands. And you find the lost town of Fjaltring with your full faculties. But that is a tale for another time. Inside the belt. Wolf.
Oh man, that's such a great stopping point.
Dang.
Yeah. Normally I would have us like narrate dumb scenes in that town, but I think that's a way better stopping point than whatever next time dumb stuff we would come up with. I love it. So we do a thing here on Plus One EXP. It's called Reaction Roll. Reaction Roll is a live stream within a live stream. It's when we sit down with a designer of a game whose game we just played, or somebody who has created a module for another system, and we talk to them about what our experience is like playing that, and we ask them our questions. Today we are sitting down with Drew Cochran, who we're talking about Muspelhell, and we are going to talk about the setting and other things for it. It's designed for use with OSE, for solo play, or for group play. It absolutely expands the underground realities of what you can do in OSE with a heavy focus on Norse mythology. We just played it. We're going to whip around real quick. My name's Tony Vicinda. I'm at Tony Vicinda online, but I'm the chief alchemist at Plus One EXP. We are a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. You can find the brand at Plus One EXP. You can find our reviews, actual plays, and other content here on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/plus1exp, and everything we do at Plus One exp.com. But you didn't come here to hear about me. You came here to hear about this awesome game. But let's hear the other people who are going to be asking some questions. Alex, tell people where they can find you on the internet.
Yo, my name is R. Alex Murray, cosmic traveler and seeker of truths. I am a Brooklyn-based actor, comedian, podcaster, children's musician, adult musician, bun slinger, and jack of all nonsense. And I guess the best, if you want to enjoy my nonsense, the best way to do it right now is to listen to either one of, I'll plug two podcasts. Mystic Lasagna, where my co-host and I do psychic readings using Garfield comics, or Child's Play, that's Child's with a Z, where my co-host and I are listening to every single Kids Bop album in order, which is slowly lobotomizing us. It's a good time.
There we go. And then Aaron, tell people who you are, where you're from, and where they can find you online.
Yes, Aaron Gilly, coming out of Richmond, Virginia. You can find me on the Twitter at Hey Gilly Gilly. If you're looking for fun improv to watch, check out Comedy Sports Richmond. That's CSZRVA.com. Check out some great improv on the weekends. Otherwise, you may see me pop up in some 5e streams every now and then, either DMing or playing. Typically a tabaxi, because I love kitty cats.
And Aaron joined our crew. This is his first time on stream, but he joined it because he was tired of being forever DM. And when I told him, hey, we just let people play games, we make the designers and creators DM for them, he was all on board. It's his first stream. We're excited to have him with us. We got a lot of forever DMs and improv people on the stream, and you are both of those things. And last but not least, we have Drew Cochran. Drew, tell people about this game. Give them the elevator pitch. Tell them how your Kickstarter is going and how they can support it.
All right. First off, I'd like to say to everybody here, you're always welcome at my tables. We try to run Discord games. For my other stuff, I'll give you the link. But yes, my name is Drew Cochran. I'm in New York, upstate. I live near Rochester right now. We are kickstarting Muspelhell, a heavy metal dwarven adventure to steal your soul. Harrowings, which is the magazine it is presented in, is a zine quest odyssey is what we call it. And every year we usually put out a magazine that is like topical content dealing with a specific theme. Like the first year we did Arctic Wasteland, second theme we did nighttime, and then we have OSR content, and we have a range of fantasy and horror all mixed in there. It's a lot of fun. All the PDFs are free online. This year we instead chose to do a solo compatible OSE dungeon adventure that's easily hackable to any OSR system that you like. And we call it Muspelhell. And your quest is to take this gigantic magical dwarven iron door and this 8-legged super ass that is, a mule between Sleipnir and a donkey. And you're trying to take this ancient door and install it between the tear of Muspelheim and Svartalfheim so that Surtur and the forces of Ragnarok cannot come and invade your homeland. So you're kind of a bystander stuck in this do or die situation. There's a lot of antics that go on. It's solo compatible, so you can play it alone if you have the core rules for OSE or even with the SRD. I think you can get a lot of value out of it. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Well, we just played it, so now we're going to show you what we thought, and we're going to be able to ask you questions. We might ask questions about influences, other things like that, but if you're watching live right now, or even if you're watching later, you want to type questions down in the comment section wherever you're watching, we'll ask those live also. So if you wanted to know anything about this game from having watched it with us, or having watched the replay, or just watching this little bit of the interview, type them in, and if I don't know the answer, I'll have Drew come answer for you. So, but that said, let's hear from Aaron first. Aaron, what was your experience playing Muspelhell, and then what was your thoughts on it, and then do you have any questions for Drew?
Absolutely. First of all, Drew, this is a fantastic game. I love this. Even the game mechanics are fun to do. I love game mechanics that have stakes with them. That where the failures have consequences. And the successes have pay off really well. So I love that big, wide array of what happens when you roll. And your story, my favorite part's the story, though. Like, you have a great story that you've put on top of this role-playing game. So my question is, how do you concoct what is a good story? Like, what are you focusing on? What do you derive your storytelling style from?
So that's a very, I could go really deep with that question, but I'm going to try not to. I have been studying story for a really long time. I love it. I am thespian at heart. I love epic poetry and all of that stuff. That's my roots. And my actual real game, The Epic of Dreams, is all about that and generating awesome narratives with your friends. And we have like these core principles of storytelling that we talk about in there. The first one is conflict. So there always needs to be conflict in some form. The second is contrast. So in any story element that you're doing, if you're entering a new scene, if you're setting up a new conflict, you want all of these things to contrast with each other, and that always makes it more inherently interesting. And this is how we sort of take that. The other big thing with me, and it also ties into my other game, is that mythology is the source material for all things fantasy in the modern age. Like, that's why Lord of the Rings was so resounding with people, that it was his experiences with war and dealing with World War I, and his faith, and literally just having that erudite process about Norse mythology because he loved it and he made it shine. So that's the kind of path that I take.
Awesome. Thanks, Drew.
Yeah. Aaron, you got any more questions?
That's my main one. I mean, I have other little things I want to also share my time with the rest of you too. So I'm happy to yield.
Awesome. No, and if we have more time, we could certainly come back. Alex, tell people what your thoughts were, what your experiences were, and then if you have any questions for Drew.
Well, this was my first time playing with the OSE system, and it's fun. I think like Aaron said, I think I appreciate the big highs and lows of it, and I'm curious to know if why you went with this system, but doing this backwards. So that's the question. But I do want to say that I think one of my favorite things that I enjoyed, like you putting on the skin, was I'm a sucker for tables, and I really like fun tables that sort of force you to inform a lot of your character for you. My buddy Mike Mercadal, who's been on these streams sometimes, talks a lot about how he's a big fan of things like scars or whatever items you end up with, sort of informing play character, and then just the beard shaped stuff and the scars and the nose rings and all that. I really, really, really loved all that. That you like roll that everything is based on a roll, and then you build your character like out from that. It's the Suzuki actor in me appreciates that.
Hmm,
But yeah, I thought that was great. But yeah, my that's my question is like why this system? Why did you want to
sure.
work with? Yeah.
So the funny thing is again, like stepping into OSE and like true old school content is actually a newer thing for me, stepping out of my comfort zone, because I would much rather be playing like all my narrative weirdo systems like we were talking about. And that's not completely true. I actually have a blast playing OSE, but this is the second
Does your
time I've
main
run.
game have its own mechanical system?
Say that again.
Does your main game have its own
Yeah.
mechanical system? Okay, cool.
Mhm. We'll talk about that another time.
Sure.
But OSE, I regard this is essentially the Rosetta Stone of OSR, and I've said this a lot in a lot of different places because this really is a port of the original BNX system. So they've made it so it's super accessible, super legible, and like this is the second time I've run the game, and I have the DM's chart here, and like all the tables are right here.
Oh,
This is
nice.
basically the whole book, sans the character options and the stat blocks. So it was really easy to pick up. Yeah. It's easy to pick up, and then it's also very hackable. So the Rosetta Stone thing. So like you could
Nice.
take this adventure, play it in Merkborg without too much of a hassle, because it's all based on the same D20 math.
And I think one of the things, like Old School Essentials is a phenomenal reproduction of Basic Expert BX, right? But it didn't reproduce the errors or some of the weird oddities of the original BX system that weren't necessarily intentional, that got kind of worked out over the course of revisions and a couple of other editions. And so it is 100% the feel, with none of the like, wait, why questions that come with that. And that is something that I think a lot of people have really loved. So yeah. Any other questions, Alex?
I mean, no. I mean, I mean, why Norse mythology? Is that just a thing for you specifically? Like, I share the kinship.
Yeah.
Look at our
Well, I
people.
mean, like I'm always trying to read up more on mythology, because every time I do, I find that I don't know so much, and I've spent a lot of time on it. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, it is the like, storytelling library of the entire human tradition. So there's like a lot.
Yeah, the wide canon. Yeah, I just thought, because like it's easy for me to go with super kind of like high concept, dramatic concepts, but that was redundant. But what I tried to do this time was just go like, okay, what's cool? Screw it. We're doing an 8-legged super ass. They're bringing this. They're gonna stop Ragnarok guns blazing, and then put the cool Norse mythos stuff in there so that people get it, because I want them to have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that like touched on. Hey, are people usually supposed to not blow that ass up in the first 10 minutes of the game, or what's up?
Has any how I was going to ask that question just on the DL. How often does the super ass get blown up in the first like major scene?
If I'm being completely honest, I wanted there to be a complication or an amplification of the stakes. So I threw that in there and asked the dice to give it to me, and it worked out. So it was purely for the tension.
Cool. So people don't usually lose the keys thing they need to get the donkey there right away.
It's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Just like your characters.
I got that. I just want to make sure that it's not like, it'd be fun if it was just like a thing that we'd have. It's like, yeah, we've run this game 100 times. No other idiots have lost the donkey in the first 10 minutes. Like, like that's all on you guys.
That is a very real potential for that dungeon room, though, just so you understand. It could very well happen.
No, I had a blast. I love what you just said kind of about saying like, hey, what's cool? I think some of the most fun role-playing experiences, it taking this very high-level concept that is very well thought through, and then like not filing the serial numbers off of, but then like hyper-focusing on what's one aspect of this very cool high concept, and how do we take that and how do we ram it forward and just explore that thing taken to 11. And Muspelhell 100% did that. You know that I'm a fan of your design work, that I love a lot of the things that you do. I love the way that you build communities and teams. I love that we had a lot of your team members on stream with us today watching and following along. And one of the things I love, I think a lot of what we're seeing about OSR, and I think Old School Essentials does this, is that it is helping reclaim the reality of, yes, indie games are story forward. OSR can be. You're going to see indie games have hyper crunch around character development, all these initial things, but then they basically just open up and say, go figure it out, right? Whereas indie games basically start with very little crunch and say, figure it out. But you're still coming at, hey, let's do this. And Old School Essentials, I think, more than any other system has done that. I think you did that a lot with your design of, we're going to figure out what it is for Dwarven and underground culture to be explored in these different things. I love that, like, the drow was a drow, because that's essentially the class I was playing, but it also had this flavor. And so it wasn't, it removes any of the weird old school, like, commentary about drow from being part of the equation. It's like, you're just all different types of dwarves. That's it. Like, you're all different dwarves living underneath the ground, experience these different things together, trying to solve these problems and figure it out, right?
I think, actually, if I'm being completely honest, the starting idea for this was that I was angry or annoyed that that's always the case, and the misconception of drow, Sverfneblin, dwarves, dwerger are all separate. So, like, those D&D tropes that go against mythology, they make me go like,
yeah.
And then I made this. So
yeah, no, I love the kind of some of the unifying conversations you can have around the underground culture and that reality. I love that you, again, for us, a core staple would be, like, beard statting things is always great for us. I love the tables. I love rolling for dwarf. I would love to see, like, kind of in the same vein, I'd love to see what somebody did with this kind of thing with elves, right? Like I would love to see people, which I know, like, I mean, just within the common trope of elves, like, what are the different elven cultures, pull from a different part of the world, like, go Scandinavian, whatever you want to, and pull that in. Like, I would love to see these types of things explored in a couple different OSC supplements. I would love to see if that's something the Heroine's going to do in the future. The guys asked a bunch of really great questions. I don't know that I have anything for you specifically. I'm going to have some of my thoughts in a little bit, but I scrolled through your campaign a little bit ago. What was your original funding goal for that?
1,300.
And you guys have already gone through a couple stretch goals. Where are you at right now?
I believe we're at 30. We just broke 3,200.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and thanks for I know we said some backers on stream. I haven't backed it yet. I will be absolutely backing it. We're going to also cover it next week on one of our live streams, talk about it, so I can talk about this also too. But I'm really hoping. What are some of the things you're most excited about unlocking for the future in your Kickstarter game? Like, what's the goal? Obviously, like, we all want to get those numbers up, but what's the goal you're most excited about getting to?
You mean just in general as a creator beyond this specific?
No, for your Kickstarter specifically.
Oh, okay. I am the most stoked thing that I am excited about this time is really paying my team what they're worth and just paying it back to them. Because, like, we had a contract to set, like, this is the pay rate for this, and then you get X amount after for our overfunding. And I really just want to bless them and their effort, because they've really pulled it together and distilled this into something that's really special. And I asked them to go this far, and across the board they went this far, and I'm just completely thankful. So,
well, if you guys are interested in checking it out, again, the link is right down below us, ttrpg.link/muspelhell.ks, which is just like, you can also go just search for the name of the game on Kickstarter. It'll come up. You can search the name of the game plus Kickstarter on the internet. It'll show up. But if you want to go straight to it, there's a link right down below us that you can use to do that. That link will stay active at least through the end of the campaign. But again, my name's Tony Vicinda. We're +1 EXP. I want to thank Drew again for coming on, for running the game, for letting us share it. Let's whip around real quick and have everybody else say who they are one more time. Alex?
R. Alex Murray, and you can find me all over the internet at those letters in that order, making silly podcasts about Garfield and the cosmos, or children's music, and making jokes and stuff.
Awesome. And then Aaron, where can people find you at?
Yep. Hey, Gilly on Twitter.
Awesome. And again, just one more time, Drew, tell people where the best place to find all of your work is.
All right, at Epic of Dreams. And that's on every social media platform, and you'll find us.
Awesome.
Sub to our YouTube channel. Do it.
Yeah. I am super excited. On Monday, we are playing Tenska Sentai, which is Aztec Power Rangers. It's Mexican Power Rangers. Come back Monday night. It's from a couple of Latin American game designers. Super excited to have our team sit down with them and have some adventures with the power of friendship and silly poses being our greatest weapons. That's their words. Not mine. I'm super excited to see this cool cultural fusion take place. And as somebody who grew up right in the realm of Power Rangers becoming a thing and who loved and loves folklore, religion, and other things like that, I am super psyched to see how those two things fuse together. We've also got another stream in the middle of the day next Sunday, and then daily streams as part of our Zine Questing series, which is covering a ton of RPG content that's dropping right now on Kickstarter for Zine Quest. One last note. If you guys can, we are encouraging people to go out and back one project a day for $1 on Kickstarter right now. It's part of our $28, 28 days. There are 300 plus Kickstarter projects that will drop this month that are small, simple to fund projects. Most of them are $200 to $500 as their funding goal. We would love to see you guys be able to help support some of those creators. Just back it for $1 and share it online. Even if you can't do it every day, picking 2 or 3 of them to say, hey, I think this is a cool idea and I want it to exist in the world. Please do. I know that for myself, as somebody who has a project coming out on the 15th, or for Drew, any of us would appreciate any level of support that someone offers us, whether that's $1 or $100. And so please consider doing that. Again, you can find us at +1 EXP online. We're a brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Check out all that stuff at +1exp.com. And until next time, we're just going to wave at the camera until I end the stream.